Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wildcat Basketball on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. I'm David Warrington. I'm coming to you live from North Linn High School for tonight's girls and boys varsity basketball doubleheader between the host North Linn Lynx and your Central City Wildcats. And before we get started tonight, I'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank and Trust Company is a community bank with offices in Central City and Eastern Iowa, providing a complete line of financial services to commercial and retail customers, customized lending, and cash management solutions. We build strong relationships by getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. Learn more at www.hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. So we're on the road tonight are the Wildcats. The host is North Linn, the 6th-ranked team in Class 1A, according to a poll released on Wednesday from the IGH SAU. Should be a good Tri-Rivers West Conference as the girls conclude their regular season tonight and look ahead to the postseason beginning on Thursday. So first, we'll go ahead and preview both teams. First, taking a look at Central City. The Wildcats come into this game with a record of 12-8 on the year. They picked up a huge win on Monday, taking down Maquoketa Valley for potentially the first time in 5-on-5 history, and they followed that up by nearly upsetting the then 13th-ranked East Buchanan Buccaneers on Tuesday. They were leading by 2 entering the fourth quarter before ultimately losing 56-49. The leading scorer for Central City is Sarah Reed. The senior is averaging 18.4 points per game, and she's followed by Bailey Weber as the sophomore is averaging 14.7 points per game. Reed is the leading rebounder in the team, averaging a double-double with 10 boards per game. Natalie Noonan's close behind, pulling down 7.3 per night. Reed also leads the team in assists with 3.8 per game, steals at 2.4, and blocks at 1.6. Taking a look at North Linn, the Lynx entered this game with a record of 17-2 on the season, and they were ranked 6th, as I said, in Wednesday's poll from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. They were perfect in Tri-Rivers Conference West Division play before being upset at home by Springville this past Tuesday, 63-57. Those two are now tied at the top in the conference, each with one conference loss, both of which came against the opposing team in that matchup. North Linn is led in scoring by Cameron Kurt. The sophomore averages 18.3 points per game. She is joined in double figures by fellow sophomore Macy Bogey, averaging 13.3 per night. Chloe Van Etten is a leading rebounder, securing 5.4 per contest. Kurt dishes out a team-high 4.7 assists and also averages a team-best 3.5 steals, also averaging 3.5 steals per night. These teams met once so far this season. It was a tough one for Central City, losing the home game to the Lynx 76-47. The Wildcats will look to bounce back and recover from that loss earlier this year here tonight in Troy Mills. It's about 6.5 minutes to go before we get tonight's contest underway, as both teams are currently in the locker room getting some fun. Take the floor momentarily. So before we get tonight's contest started, why don't we go ahead and look at how these teams got to where they are. Central City lost their season opener to Springville by 7. They went on to string off 7 straight wins after that, defeating teams like Prince of Peace, CVC, Midland, Cowee, and Easton Valley in the east side games. Then also took down Alburnett and Starmont on the west side. Then lost a few in a row, lost to Maquoketa Valley and Elkader, took down Edco, lost to East Buck, Northland West. They won 3 in a row after that, defeating Dunkerton, Alburnett, and Starmont. They were upset on the road by Edco on January 28th, 46-43. They bounced back on Monday to beat Maquoketa Valley 58-54, and they lost a close one this past Tuesday to East Buchanan 56-49. They now conclude the regular season here tonight against North Linn, and then will open postseason on Thursday, that being a home matchup against West Central with an opening tip of 7 o'clock. And taking a look at North Linn and how they got here, as I said, they are 17-2 on the season, with only one loss coming in the conference. That being this past Tuesday against Springville, 63-57. Other than that, they have been perfect in conference play. They won their opener against Alburnett going away 71-24. Then they were beat at Kirkwood in a Saturday shoot-around against Denver. They lost 65-64. Denver, a pretty good 2A team. Then strung off a ton of victories in a row, sweeping the east side before having their way with the west side as well. They won their first matchup against East Buck 60-49, and then they went on the road to beat Springville 63-51 in back-to-back games back in early January. They also had a close game against East Buck not too long ago. They only beat East Buck by 3 points and then went on the road to Winthrop back on January 28th, beating East Buck 52-49. They then beat Edco, but lost to Springville at home this past Tuesday, February 1st, 63-57. They will conclude the regular season not tonight. They will play us here tonight, and then they will be at Cascade on February 10th. That is a postseason night for us, but they got a first-round bye, so they will not be in action in the postseason on Thursday, so they will instead play up against Cascade. And then in the Region 4 quarterfinal on February 15th, they will play either Marquette Catholic or Maquoketa Valley. That's a play-in game to determine who gets to play them, and they will have their opportunity to face off against the winner. We've got about 3.5 minutes to go before tip-off for tonight's game. Now taking a look at around the Tri-Rivers Conference this past Tuesday, the latest bunch of games. Alburnett hosted Edgewood-Colesburg. The Pirates had their way with the Vikings, winning that one 56-38. Central City was at home against East Buchanan. They lost to the Buccaneers 56-49. They did have the 2-point advantage going into the fourth quarter, but unfortunately could not hang on to that and come out with the win. And then Starmont was hosting Maquoketa Valley. That was a win for the Wildcats, 49-23. And North Linn hosted Springville in a huge matchup. Springville got the win, 63-57, upsetting the previously unbeaten in conference Lynx. Taking a look at the games around the conference here tonight. Several good matchups in Tri-Rivers Conference play. East Buchanan is hosting Alburnett. North Linn is, of course, here hosting Central City. Starmont is hosting Edgewood-Colesburg, and Maquoketa Valley is traveling to Springville to take on the Orioles. It's about 2:15 before we tip off. Here's a quick look at the standings in the Tri-Rivers West. Starmont brings up the rear at 0-13. There's Edgewood-Colesburg at 3-11. Alburnett's 3-10. Central City is in 5th in the 8-team conference at 6-7. Maquoketa Valley 7-6. East Buchanan's 9-4. They've got a tie atop the conference. North Linn and Springville both sitting at 12-1. And both are the heavy favorites in their matchups tonight. North Linn against us and then Springville against Maquoketa Valley. So barring an upset, those two would finish tied atop the conference. But if we could upset North Linn here tonight or Mac Valley to Springville, that would tip the tables in turn of the other team. So down to 1:40 to go. As I said, brackets are out for the postseason play. I'll get into those a little bit more during halftime. But like I said, Central City will get a first-round home matchup against West Central this coming Thursday, February 10th, with a 7 o'clock tip-off, and they will play the winner of East Buchanan Edgewood-Colesburg that next Tuesday at East Buchanan. So the Wildcats potentially may get a rematch in a game that they fell just short in just a couple days ago. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So now both teams making their way over to the scorers table, and then we will meet our starters. We'll have our anthem, and then it will be time to go here between Central City and North Linn. Looks like nothing changed with the Wildcats starting group. As per usual, we'll see who North Linn goes with. As 30 seconds roll off the clock, and we're just about ready to go here tonight between the Wildcats and the Lynx. Should be a good one here tonight. Looking forward to this one. Central City had a tough one against North Linn the first time around, but they played pretty competitive for about a half. We'll see if they can't string together a full game of competitive play against this very talented North Linn team and see how things turn out. The buzzer sounds, and we are just moments away from meeting tonight's starting lineups. Pretty good group of Central City fans made the very brief trip over to Troy Mills. So good Wildcat crowd here tonight. Quickly introduce the officials for tonight's game. And now here are tonight's starting lineups. For the Wildcats, a 5'3" senior, number 5, Natalie Noonan. For the Lynx, a 5'9" senior, number 20, Chloe Van Etten. For the Wildcats, a 5'7" senior, number 15, Hannah Kramer. For the Lynx, a 5'6" senior, number 22, Ella Reese. For the Wildcats, a 5'8" senior, number 22, Briley Brooks. For the Lynx, a 5'8" sophomore, number 24, Macy Bogey. For the Wildcats, a 5'5" sophomore, number 23, Bailey Weber. For the Lynx, a 5'8" freshman, number 30, Molly Bogey. For the Wildcats, a 5'10" senior, number 25, Sarah Reed. And for the Lynx, a 5'6" sophomore, number 34, Cameron Kurt. Assistant coach for the Wildcats. I'll get to that in a moment. We have our national anthem at this time. I'll be right back after that. There was our national anthem, and now we're just about set for tip-off here tonight between the Wildcats and the Lynx. One more time, your starters. For Central City, Noonan, Kramer, Brooks, Weber, and Reed. The Lynx going with Van Etten, Rees, Bogey, and Kirk. Assistant coach for the Wildcats is Lisa Reed. Head coach is Al Fear. Assistant coach for the Lynx is Kevin Godkin. Head coach is Brian Wheatley. Wildcats currently on the court wearing their traveling blacks with the white trim. Lynx will take the court right now as they're wearing their home whites with the burgundy trim, as well as a little bit of black lining on there. Wildcats will work left to right to start. Lynx will work right to left. Reed is going to jump for Central City, and it will be Chloe Van Etten, the 5'9" senior, jumping for the Lynx. Got 8 minutes set on the clock, and we're just about set to go. The officials giving some final instructions to the girls, and now waiting for just a moment longer here. Opening tip in the air, controlled by Central City, ends up in the hands of Briley Brooks, and the Wildcats will have it to start tonight's game. Over across half court to Noonan. Now Kramer, now over to Weber, standing on the left wing. Dribbling to her right, hands it off to Brooks, dribbling left. She has the top of the key. High post to Reed, takes a couple dribbles to her right. She has it stolen away. It's Bogey on the steal, running the court. Kicks it ahead to Kurt. She nearly loses it out of bounds, but saves it. Now it's on the ground. Still rolling out of bounds. It will go out. They'll say last touched by Hannah Kramer. So it will be Northland basketball after it rolls out of bounds. It'll be Macy Bogey throwing it in for the Lynx. She gets it into Molly Bogey. Right back to Macy, now top of the key to Rees. Over to Kurt, left wing. Now top of the key to Bogey. She sends it down low to Van Etten. She's double teamed down there. Now top of the key to Bogey. Rees has it back, dribbling right. Over to Van Etten at the free throw line. Kurt. Lynx content to work it around here. They're not in any particular hurry. Now top of the key, back to Reese. Good ball movement by the Lynx as Kurt has it now, top of the key, looking to get downhill. Nice take, goes up through Sarah Reed. Some contact, no call. Gets her own rebound. Three-pointer on the way from Bogey is good. As Molly Bogey, the 5'8" freshman, gets us started here on the scoreboard. As Northland takes the early 3-0 lead. And turnover there, Natalie Noonan throws it away against the press. Of course, the Lynx known for their full court press, and that forces the turnover there. Lynx will get it back. Molly Bogey's going to throw it in. Bounce pass short corner to Kurt. Used a screen from Van Etten, thought about a three. Now top of the key to Reese, swings it over, right wing to Bogey. Now top of the key, swings it over to Kurt. Kurt uses a screen, double team comes, now back to Bogey. Over to Macy Bogey, left wing, into the corner to Reese. She'll take a three-pointer, left corner. That is no good. Noonan almost has the rebound. Now she does fight her way to secure it. Reed has the ball now, crossing half court, picks up her dribble. Top of the key to Noonan, looking to get downhill. Nice drive by Natalie. Puts it up with the right hand. It is no good. A little too strong off the back iron. Rebounded by the Lynx. Breakaway layup is going to be good off the left hand of Macy Bogey. Bogey to Bogey on the assist. Molly to Macy. It's 5-0 North Linn. Just under 2 minutes gone in our opening quarter. Turnover there from Brooks. Stolen by Van Etten. Bogey goes back up with it. It's no good, but she is fouled. And Macy Bogey will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws for North Linn. So that'll be the first team foul called in tonight's game. It's going to go against Briley Brooks, her first. And Bogey is at the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one is up and through. So Macy Bogey makes good on their first. She'll get a chance for one more. He's got a couple subs here early on. We'll have Elise Ware, a 5'9 junior, as well as Ellie Flanagan, a 5'8 junior, checking into the game for North Linn. Second free throw on the way from Bogey. That one's no good. Makes one of two. Reed pulls down the rebound. It's 6-0 North Linn, just under 6 minutes gone. Noonan crossing half court for the Wildcats. They have it in the front court. Over to Brooks, just past the half court line. Dribbling right, hands it off to Weber. She has it at the volleyball line. Now puts it down low to Reed. She'll turn around. No dribble, puts it up. It's going to be no good. Rolls around halfway through and out. Rebounded by the Lynx. It's Kurt that secures the board. She'll run in transition for North Linn. Over to Bogey. She attacks baseline. She falls down and secured by Hannah Kramer. Noonan down court pass to Weber. She's the only one down there. Takes 2 steps, puts it in off the glass. It's good. Bailey Weber gets the Wildcats on the board with a breakaway layup. It's 6-2. North Linn on top by 4. 5:20 to go in our opening quarter. Cameron Kurt running the one for the Lynx. She has it standing on the Lynx logo across half court, guarded by Weber, dribbling to her right. Swings it down low to Bogey. There was some miscommunication on the screen, and nobody was there, so Macy Bogey gets a wide open layup. She's got 5. It's 8-2. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Near turnover. Brooks gets it back. Reese line puts it up. It's no good, but she's fouled. So Bailey Weber will get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. That is the first team foul called against North Linn. It went against Elise Ware. That's her first, as Weber is shooting 2 for Central City. 4:56 left to play in our opening quarter. 8-2 North Linn. First free throw on the way from Weber is going to be no good. Too strong off back iron. Sub for both sides, as Coletta Wade is going to make her first appearance in tonight's game for Central City, while it is Skylar Benish checking in for North Linn. Weber's second free throw is on the way. That one is good, so she makes 1 of 2. It's 8-3, 4:55 remaining in our opening quarter. Kurt crosses the timeline for the Lynx. Now bounce pass over to Ware. Swings it back to Benish, newly checked into the game. Kurt has it now, guarded by Weber, looking to get downhill. Nice drive over to Flanagan. She's a sharpshooter from three-point range. She puts one in there from the right wing. She hit her first 4 attempts and didn't try another the first time these two teams played. It's 11-3 off the three-pointer by Flanagan. Weber over to Noonan, top of the key, dribbling to her left. Gets past the defender, puts it up off the glass. It's no good. Rolls around the rim for a while and then rolls off. Kurt secures the rebound. She's running in transition. Into the corner to Benish. She'll take a three-pointer. Right corner, that's too strong. No good. Rebounded by Noonan. Now she'll try to run the one here for the Wildcats. She gets it across half court. Double team comes. She gets it to Reed. She thought about a 3, takes one dribble, takes a long 2 instead. It's no good. Rebounded by Kramer. She puts it back up. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Benish. Lynx have it back. 4 minutes to go in her opening quarter. It's 11-3. Benish picks up her dribble over to Kurt. She has a right wing on top of the key to Benish. Thought about a 3. Nothing's better of it. Left corner to Bogey. That's Macy over there. Three-pointer on the way from straight on is going to be no good. Kurt attempted the shot and couldn't get it to go. Noonan secures the rebound and gives it over to Reed. And that will be a foul on Elise Ware, trying to steal the ball away after Reed secured the rebound 90 feet away from the Lynx basket. She'll come out with 2 fouls, and it'll be Reese as well as Bogey. That's Molly Bogey and Ella Reese re-entering the game for North Linn. Noonan running against the press of the Lynx. Noonan has it poked loose but out of bounds, and that'll remain with Central City. Another sub here for the Lynx as Chloe Van Etten is checking into the game. Kramer will throw it in, and Noonan's going to bring it up for Central City. 11-3, 3.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. North Linn on top. Wade has the top of the key. Dribbling right, hands it off to Weber. Down low to Reed, takes one hard dribble, turns around, faces up, puts up a jumper. It's no good. Rebound fought for and secured by Van Etten. Wade almost had it, but couldn't quite secure it. Flanagan running the court. Her pass is tipped, nearly out of bounds. Lynx keep it though. Van Etten goes around the defender, puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Chloe Van Etten gets her first basket of the night. 10-point advantage for the Lynx, 13-3. As Noonan nearly loses it out of bounds. She's double teamed, and they're going to get a foul called against the Lynx. Good timing as Coach Fear was trying to call a timeout. They'll take the foul instead. Foul is going to go against Molly Bogey, her first team foul number 3, and now Coach Fear will take the timeout. So 3 minutes remaining in our first quarter. It's North Linn 13, Central City 3. Wildcats having some troubles against this press early on, and that leads to the 10-point deficit. So here are the numbers so far for both teams. Macy Bogey leads all scorers with 5. Molly Bogey and Ellie Flanagan both have 3. Chloe Van Etten has 2. For the Wildcats, Bailey Weber has all 3 of their points at this point. 13-3 is our score as both teams come back on the floor after the 30-second timeout. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Weber's going to throw it in, and Noonan is set to bring it up. Noonan takes the inbounds pass, crosses into the front court, uses a screen from Wade. Looking to attack the hoop, picks up her dribble, spins around over to Weber. She has it at the top of the key. Over high post to Reed. She faces up, takes one dribble. Three-pointer on the way from Reed is going to be no good off front of the rim. Hustle for the offensive rebound from Reed, and she gets it. Weber, right wing now. Top of the key to Smith. She swings it to Noonan on the left wing. Looking for somewhere to go with it after picking up her dribble. Short corner to Reed on the left side of the court. Spins around, puts up a jumper from the mid-range. It's going to be no good. None of Reed's shots falling so far as that rebound is secured by Bogey. Kicks it ahead to Macy Bogey. Into Van Etten. Turns around. Three-point shot faked by Ware. Instead has her pass tipped, and they're going to say a kicked ball against the Wildcats. So North Lynn's going to keep the basketball. 2:16 to go in the opening quarter. 13-3 North Linn remains our score. Inbounds pass goes to Bogey, guarded by Weber. Now inside to Macy Bogey. Her shot is blocked by Sarah Reed, but Van Etten secures the board and throws it away. So that'll be a turnover for the Lynx, and Central City will get it back. A couple re-entries here for North Linn. Skylar Benish, as well as Cameron Kurt, both re-entering the game for the Lynx. So Central City basketball after the turnover. Natalie Noonan bringing it across half court for Central City. Picks up her dribble, now over to Smith. Inside to Reed is poked loose, and she is fouled as they were trying to force a turnover. They are going to get Macy Bogey for the foul, her first, team foul number 4. Wildcats will have it under their own basket. Inbounds pass goes to Reed. One dribble, top of the key to Weber. Bounce pass over to Noonan, right wing. Weber sets a screen. Noonan picks up her dribble, back to Weber. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Now Smith has it on the right corner. Reed takes a backwards dribble, puts it up. It's no good. Couldn't get it to go there off the glass. As they will fight for the rebound, ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. North Linn gets it back. Cameron Kurt bringing it up for North Linn. 1:35 to go in our opening quarter. Top of the key to Ware. Swings it over to Bogey into the corner to Benish. Now it's tipped by Noonan. She nearly stole it, but it ends up in the hands of Bogey. Ware attacking, puts up a mid-range floater. It's going to be good. Nice move inside by Elise Ware. She gets that one to go high through the air and in. Down court pass to Wade. Catches it, takes one dribble, goes up with it. It's blocked, but they're going to call a foul. So Coletta Wade will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Central City. They got Chloe Van Etten on the foul, her first, team foul number 5. The fouls are 5-1. North Linn has 5, Central City 1. Coletta Wade going to the free throw line. Her first shot on the way is going to be good after taking a friendly roll. Her first point of the night as Belle Whitson will check into the game for the first time. Also have Hannah Kramer re-entering, replacing Smith and Noonan. Wade's second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. She makes both. 15-5 is our score as Kurt crosses across half court. For the Lynx, 1:10 to go in our opening quarter. Kurt uses a screen from Van Etten into the corner of the bench. Thought about a 3. Now she's going to dribble out to the left. Top of the key to Bogey. Now Benish has it at the top of the key. Under a minute to go as that one's going to be thrown away by Benish. Turnover for North Linn, and Central City will get it back. Reese and Bogey will re-enter the game for North Linn, replacing Van Etten and Ware. Lynx still in their full court press as Sarah Reed takes the inbounds pass and gives it over to Kramer. Bounce pass over to Reed. Back to Kramer, who crosses into the front court. Double team comes in a bit of trouble, but gets it out to Reed. Skip pass over to Weber. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. That is going to be no good. Rebounded by Reed. Puts it up with her left hand, and that is good. Sarah Reed gets the basket to go. Her first bucket of the night. It's 15-7. As Kurt swings it over to Bogey. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebounded by Whitson. Central City gets it back. 25 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 15-7 our score as Reed is fouled. And now the Lynx are one away from being over the limit. And Molly Bogey is probably going to have to leave the game after picking up her second foul. Her second team foul, number 6. As the Wildcats have it with 22 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Weber takes the inbounds pass across half court to Wade. She has the top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Dribbling left, 15 seconds and counting. Gets it to Weber. It's going to go into the backcourt for an over and back. So turnover there, and the Lynx will get a chance at the last shot here to end our first quarter. Bogey did not, in fact, leave the game with 2 fouls, so a little risky here for the Lynx. She inbounds it to Kurt. 7 seconds and counting in our opening quarter. Kurt has it in the left wing. Top of the key to Bogey. Straight on three-pointer is good. Some heavy pressure in her face, but it didn't matter. She knocks it down regardless. And that is going to bring us to the end of one quarter of play. Our score from Troy Mills, North Linn 18, Central City 7. Well, we've got a chance. I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is everywhere you are. With our online and mobile banking apps, you have your accounts at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Check your balances, pay bills, transfer money, and find Heartland Bank locations with just a touch. Bank on the go at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. So through a quarter of basketball, the Wildcats trail it by 11. North Linn got out to the fast start, and Central City kind of cut it to about 7 points there. Thought they might be able to make a break there with the last shot. Instead, they turn it over, and North Linn gets it back. Now they have the 11-point lead going into our second quarter of play. So both teams back on the floor to begin our second quarter. It is Noonan, Brooks, Weber, Smith, and Reed starting for Central City. North Linn going with the Bogies, Van Etten, Flanagan, and Kurt. North Linn has it first as the inbounds pass goes to Kurt, guarded by Weber. She has it on the right wing. Sends it down low to Van Etten. It was Reed that hit the deck. No foul called, and Van Etten puts it up and in. Noonan takes the inbounds pass. It's 20-7. North Linn, as Van Etten got her second basket to go. Noonan bounce pass over to Weber in the left corner. Flanagan closes out quickly. Down low to Reed. Turns around. Fakes a jumper. Now steps through. Nice move inside by Sarah Reed, and she gets the basket to go. She's got 4 points. It's 20-9. 7.5 to go in our second quarter. Handoff goes to Flanagan right wing. Now skips it over to Bogey. Top of the key to Flanagan. Now Kurt's going to look to attack downhill. Nice drive inside to Van Etten. She puts it up. It's going to be no good off the glass. Rebounded by Reed. And she'll send it over to Noonan, who crosses into the front court. Has it poked away from behind, and Kurt comes up with the steal. She does that about 3.5 times a game. Kurt attacking in transition. Goes through a couple defenders. Puts it up. Too strong. No good. Rebounded by Weber. She'll look to run 3-on-3. Now she slows it down and will let the offense reset. Noonan has it at the top of the key, standing at the volleyball line. Crossover move. Now over to Weber on the right wing. Inside to Reed. Takes a couple dribbles. Now sends it over to Smith. She'll put up a short little jumper. It's too short. Rebounded by Noonan. She goes back up with it. It is good. Nice strong move on the inside by Natalie Noonan to put her in the scoring column. 20-11. It's a 9-point game. Cameron Kurt has it across the half-court line. Now over to Flanagan. Back to Kurt, top of the key. Dribbling left. Swings it over to Bogey. Now Flanagan right wing. Top of the key to Kurt. Back to Bogey. Three-pointer on the way. That one is going to be good. Left wing three is knocked in by Molly Bogey. She's got 9 to lead all scorers. It's 23-11. Weber has it in the front court. Thought about a three, looking to get downhill. Inside to Noonan. Nice feed, but Natalie can't finish inside with the offhand. And then a frustration foul committed 90 feet away from the hoop by Noonan. It's going to be her first and team foul number 2. First foul in the second quarter. And North Linn will have it. Inbounds pass goes to Kurt. She'll bring it across half court for the Lynx. She has it at the top of the key. Over to Kurt, looking to get to the hoop, or excuse me, that's Bogey. Her left-hand scoop layup's no good, rebounded by Reed. Reed gives it over to Noonan, crossing half court. In a little bit of trouble. Now gets out of it. Over to Weber. Now inside to Reed. Bounce pass to Noonan. Nice feed. Noonan goes up. It's no good. Couldn't get it to go. Too strong. And it's rebounded by the Lynx. Bogey has it on the left wing. Now over to Macy Bogey. Top of the key to Flanagan, dribbling left. Attacking the hoop. Nice take. Back is good. Molly Bogey knocks in another. She's got 12 points, and it's 26-11. Noonan nearly turns it over. Now over to Reed. Trying to get across half court. She does so with that pass to Noonan. Attacking the hoop, puts up a floater. It's going to be good. Natalie Noonan finishes on the inside for her second basket of the night. She's got 4. Ties her for the team lead. 26-13 our score. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lynx working in the round. Flanagan has it at the top of the key. Three-pointer on the way is going to be good. Cameron Kurt splashes home a 3 for her first basket of the night. 29-13, Lynx starting to pull away. That one's going to be stolen, and they're going to get Noonan for a foul. It's going to be her second, and team foul number 3. Belle Whitson and Hannah Kramer going to re-enter for Central City as we've got a timeout on the floor. 60-second timeout called by Coach Wheatley of the Lynx. 4:42 remain in our second quarter. It's North Linn 29, Central City 13. So while we've got a chance, I'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is a full-service community bank. We believe in meeting the needs of our customers while exceeding their expectations. Banking is personal to each individual. That's why we provide options for your life. Member FDIC. So Wildcats trail it here 29-13 with 4:42 remaining in the second quarter. So Wildcats have some stuff to talk over here as they've had some problems against that full court press being applied by North Linn. Had some turnovers. Look to clean that up as they retake the floor. Brooks, Whitson, Kramer, Weber, and Reed are the 5 on the floor for Central City. North Linn break their huddle and come back onto the floor as well. They're going with Benish, Reese, Ware, as well as Kurt and Macy Bogey. North Linn basketball. Benish to throw it in. She does so to Kurt, who brings it across half court, guarded by Weber. Now high post to Bogey. Uses a screen from Ware and hands it off to Reese. Attacking the hoop. Over to Benish, right wing. Now top of the key to Kurt. Spins around. Nice spin move. Goes up with her left hand. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by by Brooks. And we got a foul. So Briley will go to the free throw line because we are now over the limit. That is the 7th team foul called against North Linn. The foul win against Cameron Kurt, her first. And now Briley Brooks will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 for Central City. 4:25 remain in our second quarter. It's 29-13. Brooks set to attempt the front end of the 1-and-1. It's no good off front of the rim and rebounded by the Lynx, so Brooks can't make good on the free throws there. Benish crosses half court, now over to Reese. Takes one dribble, pull-up three-pointer on the way is going to be good. As Ella Reese gets in the scorer's column with her first three-pointer, first bucket of the night for that matter. 32-13, North Linn on top. Kramer across half court. She's double-teamed inside to Reed. Takes one dribble, puts it up off the glass. It's good. As Sarah Reed gets another basket to go. She's got 6, 32-15 our score. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kurt crosses into the front court. Now over to Benish. Right corner to Kurt, who nearly falls out of bounds but keeps her footing. Top of the key to Benish. Swings it over to Bogey in the left corner. Reese has the top of the key. Now back to Kurt. Nice crossover dribble move. Gets past Reed and puts it up and in. Nice take on the inside by Cameron Kurt. She's got 5. It's 34-15. And we've got a foul called against Reese. It's going to be her first and team foul number 8. So Hannah Kramer, who's the one that was fouled, will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 for the Wildcats. Van Etten, Flanagan, as well as Central City. Benish and Reese will stay. Or entering the game for North Linn, I should say. Kramer. 3:31 remain in our second quarter, 34-15 as the front end is on the way and good. Hannah Kramer makes good on the first one. She'll get a chance for one more. 34-16 our score. As Kramer will have a chance at one more free throw. Second one on the way. That one's good as well as she makes both. Her first 2 points of the night. and it is 34-17. Bogey crosses half court, has the top of the key. Now right wing, top of the key to Reese. Miscommunication, that one's going to go out of bounds. Bogey couldn't get there in time to try and save it. So Central City will get it back with 3:21 remaining in our second quarter. Weber inbounds to Whitson. Crossing half court. Sends it inside to Brooks. Nice cut by Briley. Loses her footing momentarily, now swings it out to Weber. Right wing three-pointer on the way is going to be no good. Rebounded by Reed. Puts it back up. That is good. Nice rebound inside by Reed, as well as a nice finish when she got the board. She's got 8. It's 34-19. Now gives it over to Bogey. High post to Van Etten. Takes one dribble, takes another. Picks it up now inside to Reese. She wasn't ready for it, and that'll be a turnover as Reese couldn't handle the pass. Couple subs here for North Linn as Ware will re-enter the game, as will Macy Bogey, replacing Reese and Benish. So looks like starters, well, usual starters. I think they had a different unit for senior night tonight, but the usual starters for North Linn back in the game. As the inbounds pass goes to Reed. Sends it over to Kramer across half court. Flanagan pressing up against her. Triple teamed inside. Now over to Whitson. She gives it over to Reed at the free throw line. Nice back cut by Weber. Reed finds her, and Bailey Weber finishes at the rim. Nice cut by Bailey, and good find there by Sarah to complete the basket. 34-21 our score. Weber has 5. Nice pass inside from Ware as Van Etten gets the wide open look at the layup inside. Van Etten's got 6. It's 36-21. 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Reed sends it across half court to Brooks. She has it left wing, picks it up, skip pass across half court over to Kramer. Three-pointer on the way from Bailey Weber is going to be no good. Tipped by Whitson, but rebounded by Ware. So North Linn keeps it. Cross half court to Flanagan. Thought about a three. Now inside to Van Etten. Working on Reed in there. Goes up with her left hand. It's too strong. No good off the glass. Rebounded by Reed. She sends it across half court to Whitson. Link still in the full court press. Whitson goes up with the layup. It's no good. Too strong off top of near that top of the backboard. As transition layup from Bogey's no good. Reed secures the rebound. And now we got a timeout on the floor called by Coach Fear of the Wildcats. (36-21) our score, with a minute 40 remaining in the second quarter. It's a medical timeout, so not charged against. So there will be quickly somebody subbed in for Central City. Looks like Lucy Smith came in as Kramer had to come out of the game. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Weber's going to throw it in against the full court press. Gets it into Reed. Now right back to Weber, who's going to bring it across half court. Nice screen set by Brooks. Now Brooks has it. Gets past Van Etten. Looking to get downhill. Loses it. Picks it back up over to Reed. Three-pointer on the way from Sarah Reed is going to be no good. Rebounded inside by Smith. Hands it over to Whitson. Weber squares up. Thought about a three. Now over to Whitson. Short corner on the left side. Inside to Reed. Takes one dribble. She's basically guarded by everybody in there. All 5 Lynx players collapsed in on her. She is fouled. She went up for the layup. And she will go to the free throw line for a pair. That is team foul number 9 called against North Linn, and the second on Cameron Kurt. First free throw on the way from Reed is going to be no good. Usually a steady hand at the free throw line, but couldn't get that one to go, just off the mark. Noonan's going to re-enter the game as Belle Whitson will exit. A minute 19 remain in our second quarter. 36-21 our score. North Linn on top. Second free throw on the way from Reed. That one is good. So she makes 1 of 2. She's got 9 points on the night. 36-22 our score. Benish has it right corner. Top of the key to Ware. Thought about a three. Now back up by Bogey. She finds her. Now inside to Van Etten. Takes a couple hard dribbles. Goes up. It's going to be a foul on the inside. See who they got. Could have been either Reed or Brooks. I think they called Brooks for the foul. They did, and that is her second. Team foul number 4. It's been a pretty foul-free half for the most part. That is Brooks' second. So Whitson will go to the free throw line to re-enter. Van Etten puts her first free throw in. As Noonan will come out, Whitson going back into the game. Second free throw on the way from Van Etten. That one's good as well. She makes both. She's got 8 on the night. As now Coletta Wade will enter the game. Briley Brooks will check out with a minute 7 to go in our second quarter. 38-22 North Linn on top as Wade inbounds to Reed. Long down court pass goes to Weber. She takes it in stride, puts it up, but it's no good, and we got over and back called against Smith. So the Wildcats can't secure the board as Lucy's going to be called for her first foul. Team foul number 5 as the inbounds pass goes to Kurt. Under a minute to go in our first half. Benish has it right corner. Top of the key to Bogey. Dribbling right, back to Benish. Now Molly Bogey, right corner. Dribbling around, swings it over to Macy Bogey. Top of the key to Kurt. Directing the traffic is Kurt. Now she'll just step back, take a three-pointer, and her straight on three is nothing but net. That's 8 points for Cameron Kurt. 41-22 our score. 30 seconds to go until the half as Weber breaks the full court press by herself, gets across half court, inside to Reed, takes one hard dribble, now bounce pass to Smith, but it's nearly stolen away there by Kurt, goes out of bounds off of Kurt. So the Wildcats will keep it. 24 seconds remain in our second quarter as Reed's going to throw it in from underneath the Central City basket. Everybody else in a box set as Reed looking around, trying to find someone to throw it in, gets it into Whitson, top of the key. Inside to Wade, takes one dribble, puts it up. It's going to be partially blocked, out of bounds. Bogey's the one that got her hand in there. Wildcats keep it. Coletta Wade will throw it in. Gets it into Whitson, short corner on the right side, but her pass is stolen away by Kurt. She'll look to run in transition, 2-on-2 fast break, pull up mid-range jumper is going to be no good off back iron. Rebounded by Benish. Now three-pointer on the way from Molly Bogey, that is no good. Rebounded by Macy Bogey. She nearly throws it away, but Molly Bogey saves it. 3 seconds on the clock. Molly Bogey fakes a three, puts up a floater from the free throw line. That is good to beat the halftime buzzer. As Molly Bogey beats the buzzer to cap off a nice first half for her. That gives her 14 points here at the halftime break. In our score, North Linn 43, Central City 22. So a tough opening half against a very good North Linn team for Central City. 43-22 is our score as the Wildcats trail it by 21. The band is located directly next to me, so my apologies, that comes over on the cast. Taking a look at some first half numbers. First for North Linn, Molly Bogey led all scorers with 14. Chloe Van Etten in a nice half as well with 8. Cameron Kurt also finished the half with 8. Ella Reese and Ellie Flanagan both had 3. Macy Bogey had 5, and Elise Ware had 2. Foul-wise for North Linn, Elise Ware and Cameron Kurt, as well as Molly Bogey, all have 2. Chloe Van Etten, Ella Reese, and Macy Bogey have 1 apiece. For Central City, Sarah Reed led the way. She has 9 points in that opening half. Bailey Weber had 5, Natalie Noonan with 4, and Hannah Kramer rounds things out with 2. Foul-wise, Natalie Noonan and Briley Brooks both have 2, while Lucy Smith had 1 in that opening half. It's not a ton of foul trouble for either side. Nobody has more than 2 from either team. So that shouldn't be a real issue going into the second half. Little half-court shooting going on here at North Linn during halftime. And while we are at halftime, I'll go ahead and take a look at the bracket that Central City's been placed in for postseason play. That is Class 1A Region 4. There are 8 regions, and the winner of each region goes to the state tournament. Central City placed in the 4th region. So in the first round, Marquette Catholic will travel to Maquoketa Valley and play at North Linn. In the second round, the quarterfinals. By the way, any Hawkeye fans listening in, got some Iowa football royalty in the house. Kyler Schott, North Linn graduate, is here, as well as Tyler Linderbaum, the future first-round pick in this upcoming draft. I believe Riley Moss, the reigning Big Ten Defensive Back of the Year, all in the house for this game between the Wildcats and the Lynx, and they're going to try their hand at some half-court shots. So then Easton Valley will be at Calumet-Wheatland, and Midland will be at Prince of Peace. Edgewood Colesburg will be will travel to East Buchanan. Central City will host West Central. Central Elkader will host Tripola, and Turkey Valley will host Key. looking at the second round, as Kyler Schott takes his hand at a half-court shot. No good off front of the rim. Riley Moss takes his attempt. Can't get it to go. Tyler Linderbaum's turn. His half-court shot is no good. Good looks by all three of them, but couldn't get any of them to fall. Second round, presuming Calumet-Wheatland is not upset, they will host either Prince of Peace or Midland. If Central City can take down West Central on Thursday, they will travel to East Buck to take on the winner of East Buck-Edgewood-Colesburg, most likely a rematch with the Bucks upcoming there. And then Central Elkader, assuming they can take down Tripola, will host the winner of Turkey Valley Key. At the semifinal level, the two matchups will be at North Linn, who is the 1 seed, and at East Buchanan, who is the 2 seed. I'm not sure if that changes, if either of those teams are upset, but that is the plan as of now. And then looking at the regional final, that side is to be determined. That will be determined farther down the line once we get there. Opening round matchups are next Thursday, February 10th, a week from yesterday. The quarterfinals will be on the 15th of February. That is Tuesday, the 15th. It'll be Friday the 18th that we play the semifinal matchups, and the district championship will be on, looks like, Tuesday, February 22nd. All postseason times are a 2 o'clock tip-off. So North Linn in this bracket, but they are on the other side. Central City wouldn't play North Linn unless they both made it all the way to the regional final. About 5 minutes remain in our second quarter. Kyler Schott can't get another try at a half-court shot to go. As I said, some conference matchups going on around the Tri-Rivers West tonight, other than this matchup here in Central City, or in North Linn, between Central City and North Linn. See if I can get an update on any of those games. Of course, North Linn is here in Troy Mills hosting your Central City Wildcats. Over in Winthrop, East Buck is hosting Alburnett. Starmont is hosting Edgewood-Colesburg, and Springville is at home hosting the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats. It's about 3:45 remaining in our halftime break, as neither team has yet to take the floor for the second half to begin warm-ups. Looking to see if I can get an update from the Maquoketa Valley Springville game, as that one should be underway. Looks like that one is underway over in Springville between Maquoketa Valley and the Orioles. Low-scoring game so far. 6:26 remain in the first quarter, and the Orioles just got on the board with a free throw. They lead it 1-0. So not a whole lot of action over in that one yet. Of course, Springville beat North Linn, as I said in the open, this past Tuesday in a fairly considerable upset. Although both are ranked, or were ranked in the top 5. North Linn fell out of the top 5 to number 6 in the IGHSAU poll after that loss. It was 4 versus 5 when the matchup took place. So now both teams are tied at 12-1 atop the Tri-Rivers West standings. And both are in games they are predicted on paper to win. So if both teams do end up winning their games here tonight, North Linn and Springville, they will tie for the lead in the Tri-Rivers West. Central City currently 1 game behind Maquoketa Valley. Mac Valley 7-6, Central City 6-7. And both teams are playing those 1-2, or those both tied for number 1 teams in the conference. So if both Central City and Mac Valley lose this game, Mac Valley will take 4th place in the conference and Central City would take 5th. So both teams have retaken the floor with about 90 seconds to go until we get our second half underway. North Linn on top, 43-22. As we get set to get second half action underway in a little over a minute's time. Go ahead and give another shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa. Expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. Heartland Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC. So under a minute to go before we get the second half underway. Central City breaks their huddle, and all 5 of the second half starters are back out there. They're going to start with Natalie Noonan, Sarah Reed, Bailey Weber, Briley Brooks, and Hannah Kramer as we get our third quarter set to go. Looks like it'll be Wildcat basketball first. The possession arrow pointing over to my left, which is where Central City will work. Right to left. North Linn will work left to right. The Lynx going with both Molly and Macy Bogey, as well as Cameron Kurt, Chloe Van Etten, and Ellie Flanagan. Their usual starting 5. Mix it up a little bit here tonight for senior night. But that is the usual go-to group for North Linn. That's what we see here. So Central City will have it first, as now I think we're just waiting on the band and the clock. Band is stopped. Clock is set at 8 minutes. And we're set to go for second half action from Central City. Weber inbounds Noonan, and we've got the third quarter underway. Noonan crosses into the front court, over to Weber right wing. Swings it over to Brooks in the left wing, dribbling right. Attacking the hoop, puts it up. It's going to be off the glass, too strong, no good. Rebounded by Van Etten. Kick ahead pass to Kurt. Breakaway layup is going to be good from Cameron Kurt. That puts her in double figures with 10. It's 40, so bringing it across half court to break the North Linn pressure. Over to Weber right wing, attacking the hoop. Gets rid of a defender, puts it up off the glass. It's good as Bailey Weber gets the basket to go. She's got 7 on the night. 45-24 is our score, just over 30 seconds into our third quarter. Flanagan's going to take a straight-on three-pointer, and it's good. Ellie Flanagan's 2 for 2 from 3. She's 6 for 6 this season from 3 against Central City. She has not missed a three-pointer this year against the Wildcats. Noonan crosses half court for Central City, hands it off to Kramer, but it's tipped by Van Etten. She dives on it. Now it's loose on the ground. Reed picks it up just before it crosses half court. It's going to send it down low, and it's going to be kicked by Flanagan. So Central City will keep it, and they'll get it from underneath their own basket. Brooks is going to throw it in. Everybody else is stacked up at the free throw line. Inbounds pass goes inside to Noonan. Her layup's no good. Gets her own board, puts it back up, and that second try is good. Natalie Noonan gets the basket to go. 6 points on the evening for her. 48-26 is our score. Flanagan has it in the right corner, picks up her dribble. High post to Van Etten. Bounce pass inside to Bogey. She goes up with it, takes a hard bump on the floor. Her shot's no good. She is fouled. And Macy Bogey will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair for North Linn. She's got 5 points so far on the night. As that foul went against Hannah Kramer, her first, team foul number 1 in the second half. First free throw on the way from Bogey. That one is no good. Left it a bit short. She'll have a chance for one more. 6:43 remain in our third quarter. It's 48-26. North Linn on top. Second free throw's on the way. That one is good, so she makes 1 of 2 in her trip to the line. Give her 6 on the night. 49-26 is our score. Kramer has it in the backcourt. Now crosses into the front court. She's double-teamed when she gets there. Gives it over to Reed. Nice back cut by Weber. Nice pass to find her inside from Reed. A nice finish by Weber when she got it. That's 9 for Bailey. It's 49-28. 6.5 minutes remain in the third quarter. Short corner to Bogey. Now inside pass to Kurt. In some trouble in there. Now gets it out to Molly Bogey. She fakes a 3, but she went up too strong and actually left her feet. So that'll be a turnover. Traveling violation's the call. And Central City will get the basketball. Brooks is going to throw it in. Bounce pass over to Weber. She sends it over to Noonan, crossing half court. Has it poked loose. It's out of bounds. Central City will keep it. 6:09 remaining in our third quarter as Kramer's going to throw it in. Gets it into Noonan, turns around. Nearly tripped, gives it over to Reed. Weber's going to take a long 2. That one's going to be no good. Rebounded by Reed. Takes one dribble, goes back up with it, and it is good. Sarah Reed gets the basket to go. Puts her in double figures with 11. 49-30 our score. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Van Etten attacks the hoop, puts it up. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Brooks. She picks up her dribble, gives it over to Reed. Cross half court to Noonan. Bounce pass over to Kramer. She has it short corner, picks up her dribble. Back to Reed. Has it poked loose. Brooks finds it though. She picks up her dribble now, standing at the Lynx midcourt logo. Now back to Brooks. She'll take a straight-on three-pointer. That shot is going to be good. Briley Brooks knocks down the three. Her first bucket of the night. 49-33 our score. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Ellie Flanagan takes one dribble. Now high post to Van Etten. Three-pointer on the way from Kurt. That one is good from the right wing. She's got 13 on the night. It's 52-33. North Linn on top. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Noonan hands it over to Reed across half court. She loses it, but Weber saves it before going out of bounds. Inside pass to Reed, and top of the key to Brooks. She'll take another one from straight on. That one's no good. Rebounded by Noonan, however. She has it in the left corner. Inside to Reed, now back to Weber, who's wide open and puts it in off the assist from Sarah. That puts Bailey in double figures with 11. And it's 52-35 with the Lynx still on top. High post to Van Etten, turns around, doesn't see anything she wants. Now over to Kurt. She'll take another three-pointer from the right wing. Doesn't miss again as she knocks down that one after she gets a second chance from the same spot. 16 on the night for the sophomore. It's 55-35, 20-point advantage for North Linn. Reed secures the loose ball. She now gives it over to Noonan, standing at the top of the key. Dribbling left, picks up her dribble over to Kramer. Looking to attack the hoop. Now back cut to Weber, but they're going to say Kramer traveled beforehand. And that'll be a turnover. Reese, Benish, and Ware all check into the game for North Linn, replacing Molly Bogey as well as Flanagan and Van Etten. It's a 20-point game here as North Linn leads at 55-35, just over 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. North Linn has the basketball as Macy Bogey crosses into the front court. Over to Benish, right corner. Now Ware. Thought about a mid-range jumper, takes one dribble, picks up her dribble. She's triple-teamed inside. Benish is going to take a three-pointer from the right wing. It's off the mark. Out of bounds, last touch by the Lynx. Believe Bogey was trying to get the rebound, and Central City will have it. Lucy Smith checks into the game, replacing Hannah Kramer, as Brooks is going to throw it in. Bounce pass inside goes to Weber. Now over to Reed, who crosses into the front court. Back to Noonan, looking to get downhill. Nice take by Natalie. Picks up her dribble over to Brooks. She'll take a three-pointer from the right wing. That's good. Briley Brooks knocks down her second three this quarter. Well, as her second three this game. That's 6 for her. 55-38 is our score. Reese has it across half court. Now over to Macy Bogey in the left corner. Three-pointer on the way from Bogey is going to be no good. And the rebound is secured by Noonan. They're going to get a foul on Reese as she was a little too close there as Noonan was boxing her out. It's going to be team foul number 1 called against North Linn and the second one called against Reese. Van Etten and Flanagan will re-enter, replacing Kurt as well as Macy Bogey. Noonan takes the inbounds pass. Now gives it over to Brooks, looking to get across half court. She does so. Molly Bogey takes a tumble over there against the bleachers. Brooks has a poke from behind as she tried to attack the basket. Off North Linn, so Central City will have it underneath their own hoop. Brooks is going to throw it in. Looking around, gets it into Weber, short corner, takes a couple dribbles. Now picks it up. Tries to get over to Noonan, but it's going to go out of bounds. So North Linn will get it back as that's another turnover for Central City. 3:07 remain in the third quarter. It's 55-38. As the inbounds pass goes to Benish, gives it right back to Macy Bogey, or excuse me, that's Molly Bogey. Over to Benish, standing at the volleyball line on the top of the key. High post to Van Etten, turns around, gives it over to Bogey. Three-pointer on the way is good. Molly Bogey knocks down another one. She's had a nice night. That's 17 for her. 58-38 our score. It's a 20-point game once again. Noonan bounce pass over to Weber, thought about a three. Now skips it over to Reed. She will take a straight-on three. It's no good off back iron. It's rebounded by Reese. Lynx have it as Bogey brings it up. Looking to run, now picks up her dribble over to Reese. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. That's good as Reese knocks down a three. That's 6 for her. And we've got a timeout on the floor called by Coach Fear. Looks like that's going to be a full 60-second timeout. 2:27 remaining in the third quarter. Our score, North Linn 61, Central City 38. Well, we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa. Expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. Heartland Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC. So as always, big thank you to Heartland Bank for their support as the Wildcats retake the floor. They're going with Reed, Weber, Noonan, Smith, and Brooks. North Linn just about to break their huddle, and then we'll be set to resume play. 2:27 remaining in our third quarter, 61-38, North Linn on top. Flanagan, Ware, Van Etten, and the Bogies are the 5 on the floor for North Linn. Weber's going to throw it in for the Wildcats. Bounce pass into Noonan. She looks to bring it across half court herself. She does so, but is triple teamed once she does. Gets it over to Brooks. Now over to Weber. Top the key to Brooks. Fakes a 3. Inside to Reed. It's tipped, and that's going to be a foul called against Ellie Flanagan. That will be her first and team foul number 2 against North Linn in the second half. It's on the floor, so the Wildcats will have it underneath their own basket. Reed gets it into Brooks on the right wing. Top of the key to Noonan. Back to Reed left wing. She'll take a quick trigger three-pointer, and it's good. Sarah Reed with a quick release on that 3, and she puts it in. That's 14 for the senior. 61-41 our score. Bogey has it at the top of the key. High post to Van Etten. Nice inside pass to Bogey, who had a nice back cut, and she gets the layup to go. Molly Bogey with another bucket. That's 19 for her. 63-41 is our score. Half court. Now gives it over to Weber. Short corner. Skip pass over to Reed. She'll take another three-pointer. That one from the right wing. It's no good. Smith fights for the rebound, but it's secured by Bogey. Gives it across half court to Macy Bogey. Now she'll pull it up and look to slow things down a little bit. Flanagan top of the key. High post to Van Etten. She turns around. Mid-range jumper from the free throw line is good for Chloe Van Etten. That puts her in double figures with 10. 65-41 North Linn. Weber has it across half court. Over to Noonan. Top of the key at the volleyball line. Left wing to Brooks. Dribbling left. Now she'll take a long 2. They're actually going to say it was a 3. It was missed either way. Noonan rebounded, and she is fouled on her putback attempt. So Natalie Noonan will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Central City. Foul went against Molly Bogey. That's going to be her third and team foul number 3. As Noonan's at the line to shoot 2 for Central City. First one on the way is too strong off back iron. Belle Whitson is going to re-enter the game for the Wildcats, replacing Bailey Weber. Skylar Benish and Cameron Kurt will come in for North Linn, replacing Molly Bogey and Ellie Flanagan. So Noonan missed the first. We'll try to make the second here. Second one on the way from Noonan is too strong off back iron once again. No good. Rebounded by Macy Bogey. Gives it across half court to Benish. Working inside, and now we're going to have a foul on the floor. I think they got Natalie for her third. That is the case. Natalie's third, team foul number 2. North Linn basketball under the hoop. Inbounds pass goes to Kurt. Working on Whitson over there. She'll take a pull back mid-range jumper. It's good. Nice shot inside there for the Lynx as Benish comes up with the steal. She runs in transition. Her layup is going to be good. Skylar Benish's first basket. As North Linn leads at 69-41. Briley Brooks has the top of the key. Inside to Reed. She'll have a bounce pass over to Whitson. She doesn't want the inside look. Now takes it out to the perimeter. Over to Reed. She'll take a straight-on three-pointer. She gets it to go. Sarah Reed with another three-pointer. That gives her 17 points on the night. 69-44 our score. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lynx can hold for one if they choose to do so. And looks like they will as Kurt just content to stand there with it for a little while. Now she will take a three-pointer and splashes it home. Nice shot by Cameron Kurt. She's got 21. Sarah Reed, half-court three-pointer on the way, just off the mark, off the front of the rim. No good. And that will bring us to the end of 3 quarters of basketball from Troy Mills. Our score, North Linn 72, Central City 44. So the Wildcats trail big here going into the fourth quarter. 72-44 the score. 28-point advantage for the Lynx. And while we're at the third quarter break, we'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. So 72-44 is the score as we enter the fourth quarter. Both teams getting some words of advice from the coaches quickly here before we get the fourth quarter underway. Looks like it'll be North Linn ball first. Wildcats take the floor. They've got Noonan, Kramer, Reed, Wade, and Weber. We'll see who the Lynx go with to start the fourth quarter as they're about to break their huddle. They're going to go with Flanagan, Van Etten, the Bogies, and Kurt. The usual starting five out there for the Lynx. 8 minutes on the clock. We're about to get set to go here for the fourth and final quarter of play in our girls game. Remember, there is a boys game coming up later. Be sure to stay tuned for that one as well. Lynx have it to begin our fourth quarter as Kurt has it right wing. High post to Van Etten. Fakes a jumper. Now looks to get downhill. Over to Bogey. She'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. That one's good. It's raining threes here in Troy Mills as Macy Bogey gets the three to go that time. She's got 9 on the night. 75-44 is the score. Noonan has the top of the key. High post to Reed. Turns around. Inside. Her pass is poked loose. Now it's stolen away by Bogey. Bogey crosses half court. Over to Van Etten. Now Kurt has it. She'll take a three-pointer from the left corner. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Noonan. She'll look to run in transition for Central City. 3-on-2 fast break. She picks up her dribble. Puts it up. It's going to be good. Nice take coast to coast for Natalie Noonan, finishing with the offhand. 8 points for her. 75-46 our score. 7:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Flanagan has it at the top of the key. Now swings it over to Macy Bogey. Uses a screen from Van Etten. Now over to Van Etten, but it's stolen away by Noonan. Noonan with another steal here. She crosses half court. Now over to Reed, top of the key. Kramer, right wing, uses a screen from Reed. Picks up her dribble. Inside to Reed, almost too high for her. Had to go up and get it. Over to Wade. Has some trouble with the pass, but now secures it. Now Kramer, short corner, looking to attack. In a little bit of trouble now if she picks up her dribble. Over to Weber, and she can't secure the pass. Had to try to make a one-handed grab as it was kind of falling out of bounds. Turned over, and North Linn will get it back. Bogey will inbound. Kurt will take it up for North Linn. 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 75-46, the Lynx on top. Flanagan has it in the right corner. Dribbling left, now gives it over to Van Etten, working down low. Working on Reed in there. Turns around, makes a nice step-through move, gets it to go with the left hand. Nice move inside by Chloe Van Etten. She's had a nice game. She's got 12 points as that pass is poked loose, nearly stolen. Central City will keep the basketball as Bailey Weber will throw it in. Noonan takes the inbounds pass, crosses into the front court. Picks up her dribble, now over to Weber, top of the key. Back to Kramer, right wing, looking to get downhill. Flanagan's in there to guard her. Over to Reed. She'll take a long two-pointer. It's no good. Rebound is tipped around, secured by Molly Bogey. She'll bring it up for the Lynx. Lynx have it. Bogey inside to Van Etten. Her layup is good as Chloe Van Etten gets the basket to go off the assist from Macy Bogey. 79-46 is the score. 5:45 to play. Weber nearly takes off Sarah's head as she gets a pass across half court to Noonan. Noonan attacking baseline. Nice drive. Puts it up. She's fouled. And Natalie Noonan will go to the line to shoot a pair for Central City. Foul's going to go against Ellie Flanagan. That's her second, team foul number 3 against the Lynx. As Noonan is at the line to shoot 2. But before she does so, we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Fear. Believe we've got a full 60-second timeout. Correction is just a 30-second timeout. 5:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our score, North Linn 79, Central City 46. Taking a look at some numbers, Cameron Kurt leads all scorers with 21 points. Molly Bogey has 19. Chloe Van Etten sitting with 14. Macy Bogey's got 9. Ella Reese with 6, as does Ellie Flanagan. Skylar Benish and Elise Ware both have 2. For Central City, Sarah Reed has 17 points in the night. Bailey Weber with 11. Natalie Noonan has 8. Briley Brooks with 6. Hannah Kramer and Coletta Wade both with 2. So Central City is at the free throw line coming out of the timeout. Natalie Noonan set to attempt 2 free throws. And as both teams are back on the floor after the 30-second timeout called by Coach Fear. Noonan set to attempt her first free throw. That one on the way is going to be good. Bounces around a little bit and goes through the hoop. She's got 9. Elise Ware as well as Ella Reese will re-enter the game for North Linn. Flanagan and Molly Bogey will come out. Noonan set to attempt her second free throw. That one on the way is going to be no good off back iron, rebounded by Van Etten, so she makes 1 of 2. It's 79-47. 5:35 to go in the game. Reese attacks baseline. It's blocked by Sarah Reed, out of bounds. Good hands by the senior. as she sends that one out of bounds. Northland keeps the ball, and they'll throw it in from underneath their own hoop. Kurt's going to do so. Looking around, gets it into Reese, top of the key. Swings it over to Kurt on the left wing. Calls for a screen. Van Etten does so. Kurt uses it. Attacking the hoop. Wide open three-pointer from Bogey in the corner is too strong. No good. Rebounded by Noonan. She'll look to run up right away. It's 2-on-2. Noonan goes up with the layup, and it's good. Great finish coast to coast from Natalie Noonan. She's got 11 points. Pretty good offensive night for her. 79-49 is our score. 30-point lead for the Lynx. Back cut by Reese. Bogey finds her. Now she swings it over to Ware. Ware looking to get downhill. Nice drive. Top of the key. Now high post to Van Etten. Van Etten steps through. Now her shot is no good off the glass, and it's rebounded by Reed. She wanted the foul, but there was none called. Brooks crosses into the front court, picks up her dribble. Now over to Noonan. Attacking. Now into the corner to Weber. She'll look to attack baseline. Puts it up. It's going to be blocked out of bounds by Kurt. So her shot's no good, but Wildcats keep it. Van Etten's going to come out of the game. Skylar Benish checking in for North Linn. Central City basketball as Brooks is going to throw it in. Looking around, gets it into Reed in the right corner. Dribbling to her left. Inside to Kramer. Nice dish by Reed, but Kramer can't finish on the inside. Her layup's too strong off the glass. It's rebounded by Reese. Cross half court now to Ware. Inside, her pass is going to be... I'm not sure what the call was there. I think they might have called a kicked ball, but I thought it went off of her own teammate. Nonetheless, Northland keeps it. They'll get it underneath their own hoop. Kurt's going to throw it in. The Lynx are in a box set. Gets it inside to Ware. Takes one dribble, now swings it out to Bogey. She's got a wide open look at three. That's going to be no good. And Reed rebounds the basketball, kicks it ahead to Noonan. Crosses half court. Now gets rid of her defender, puts it up with her left hand. It's good. Nice take on the inside by Natalie Noonan, as that's 13 points on the night. 79-51, 4:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. They swing it right wing. Now right over on the right wing to Kurt. She's looking to get downhill. Gets past a couple defenders, but blocked out of bounds by Bailey Weber. Good hands by Bailey to send that one out of bounds. Molly Bogey and Ellie Flanagan re-enter for the Lynx, replacing Macy Bogey and Elise Ware. Lucy Smith also makes her way over to the scorer's table. She'll come into the game and replace Hannah Kramer. 4 minutes to go in this one. It's 79-51, North Linn on top. As Molly Bogey's going to throw it in for the Lynx. Gets it into Flanagan on the left wing, top of the key to Benish. She'll take a straight-on three-pointer. That's going to rattle around and out. No good. Smith with the rebound, gives it over to Noonan. Noonan crossing half court, dribbling to her right. Back to Brooks, top of the key. Hands it off to Smith, dribbling left. Smith sends it inside to Reed. Nice pass inside by Smith. She gets the assist. Sarah Reed gets the basket. Nice finish on the inside by Reed. She's got 19 on the night to lead all Wildcat scorers. 3.5 to go, 79-53 as Flanagan has it left wing, now into the corner. Now back left wing, top of the key to Bogey. It's tipped by Noonan. She comes up with the steal. She'll send it across half court to Weber. She goes up and under, but it's no good. Couldn't get the fast break layup to go, and it's rebounded by Kurt. She'll look to run in transition now. No look pass goes to Benish, and she finishes inside. Nice pass from Kurt, and Benish finishes it. Nice little sequence there for North Linn as Noonan turns it over, trying to spin out of a trap. Benish attacking. She puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Bogey. Over to Reese. She'll take a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Bogey rebounds again. Over to Macy Bogey. Her three-pointer is no good. Molly Bogey with another offensive rebound. Macy Bogey's going to try it again. Same spot, same result. No good. Rebounded by Reese. Wildcats just not rebounding right now, as the Lynx nearly throw it away, but ends up in the hands of Kurt on the left wing. Top of the key now to Benish. Right wing to Reese. She's dribbling left. Inside pass to Bogey. Another inside pass. That one goes to Benish, and she finishes on the inside. Benish has 6 points with that layup. 83-53 with 2:25 to go in the game. Noonan gives it over to Weber on the right wing. Now high post to Reed. Turns around, looking around. Now hands it off to Brooks. Dribbling right, attacking the hoop. Puts it up. It's going to be no good, but she is fouled. And Briley Brooks will go to the line to shoot two for Central City. Sounds like it is senior night here in Troy Mills, so maybe potentially a longer halftime break than normal. I'll keep you posted on that once this game concludes here in a few minutes. That foul went against Ella Reese, her third, team foul number 5, as Brooks is at the free throw line to shoot two. Brooks knocks down the first. She's usually a pretty steady hand at the free throw line. She makes one there. Van Etten back in the game alongside Macy Bogey and Ware. Flanagan, Molly Bogey, and Kurt will exit the game for North Linn. as Brooks will take her second free throw. Second one on the way from Brooks. That is going to be good. She makes both. Good trip to the line for her. She's got 8. It's 83-55 with 2:15 to play. Macy Bogey to bring it up for North Linn. High post to Van Etten. Now swings it over to Reese. High post to Van Etten once again. Looking around. Her pass is tipped by Reed. It ends up in the hands of Noonan, as Noonan's going to get credit with the steal. She gives it over to Reed. Now across half court to Smith. Weber right corner. She'll spot up, take a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Too strong. Rebounded by Ware. As now Ware will bring it up for the Lynx with 1:45 to play. Right wing to Bogey. Now into the corner to Reese. Van Etten in the short corner. Dribbling left. Top of the key to Ware. Fakes a three. Now attacking the hoop. Picks it up. Looking around. Back to Reese. Top of the key. Attacking the hoop. Bounce pass inside to Van Etten. She goes up and through some contact and puts it in. Chloe Van Etten's having a nice night. She's got 16 as the Wildcats trail 85-55. 1:15 to go. Brooks uses a screen from Reed. Over to Weber. Bounce pass over to Reed. Now short corner. Back to Reed from the feed from Weber. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Bogey. And the Lynx get it back with 1 minute to go in the game. Reese attacking the hoop. Puts it up. It's going to be good after it rolls around the rim for quite a while. Reese does get the basket there. She's got 8. As it looks like the Lynx are going to empty the bench a little bit. Caitlin Benish, a 5'8 junior, will enter the game, as will Kenzie Bridgewater, a 5'8 freshman. Also I have Allie Hoggenberry in the game. She's a freshman. Looks like a couple players might stay as well. Timeout on the floor. 56.3 seconds remain in the game. It's 87-55. North Linn with the big advantage. 30-second timeout called. So there's the warning horn already. Both teams back out there. Looks like Ware and Benish stay for the Lynx, alongside the new entries of Caitlin Benish, Allie Hoggenberry, and Kenzie Bridgewater. Wildcats have Brooks, Noonan, Weber, Reed, and Smith, as Noonan will bring it up with under a minute to go in the game. Crosses half court. Over to Weber, left wing. Inside to Reed. Takes one dribble. Bounce pass to Smith. She gets it, puts it up. It's no good, but she is fouled. And Lucy Smith will go to the line to shoot two. Chance to get her name in the scoring column here tonight with 2 shots at the free throw line. It's team foul number 6 called against North Linn. It went against Allie Hoggenberry, her first, as Smith gets set to attempt her first free throw. That one on the way from Smith is no good. Left it just a little bit short. She'll get a chance for one more. 48 seconds remain in the game as Smith takes her second free throw. That one is good. She makes 1 of 2. First point of the night for Smith, as Ware crosses into the front court for the Lynx. 45 seconds to play. Right wing to Bridgewater. Top of the key to Ware. Inside to Hoggenberry. Turns around, dribbles around. Sends it out to Caitlin Benish. Her pass is tipped and stolen away by Reed. Sarah kicks it across half court to Weber. Bailey attacking inside. And we're going to get a jump ball forced by Allie Hoggenberry. That will favor Central City as they have the possession arrow at the moment. So Central City keeps the ball. Brooks is going to throw it in. Everybody else stacked up at the free throw line. Inbounds pass goes to Reed. Quick trigger three-pointer over there from Reed is good. She gets another one to fall. She's had a nice game. 22 for her. As the Lynx have with 15 seconds to go. Skylar Benish gives it over to Caitlin Benish in the right corner. 10 seconds on the clock. Top of the key to Ware. We'll see if they just hold it out. Looks like they're content to do so as Ware takes a couple dribbles backwards. Now she picks it up. As the final 2 seconds roll off the clock, that is going to do it for the girls' varsity matchup. Our final score, North Linn 87, Central City 59. So Central City falls to a very talented North Linn team. 87-59 once again is our final. And both teams will now turn their attention towards the postseason, as the Lynx do have one more regular season game before they reach the postseason, given the first round bye. Central City will fall to 12-9 in the season, going into their first round matchup against West Central on Thursday. North Linn improves to 18-2 on the year, as they will have a regular season matchup this Thursday when everybody else in 1A who didn't get a first round bye is playing a first round game. And then they will play their first round game next Tuesday against either Maquoketa Valley or Marquette Catholic, depending on the result in that game. So North Linn shows their 6th ranking in the state. It is very much up to par, maybe under there. Maybe they should be a little bit higher. Central City will conclude the regular season at 12-9, and they will look forward to the postseason in 6 days. So some final numbers from tonight's girls varsity game. First, taking a look at North Linn. They were led in scoring by Cameron Kurt. She had 21 to lead the Lynx. Molly Bogey was pretty close behind. She had 19. Chloe Van Etten had a nice game. She had 16 points for North Linn. Ella Reese had 8 points. Skylar Benish with 6, as did Ellie Flanagan. She also had 6 points. Was 2 for 2 from 3. And then rounding out that scoring for North Linn is Elise Ware. She had 2 to round out the scoring for North Linn. For Central City, they were led by Sarah Reed, as they have been for a lot of the season. She finished this one with 22 points, so nice outing from Sarah. Also putting in some baskets were Natalie Noonan. She had 13 points. Bailey Weber had 11. Briley Brooks with 8, including a couple back-to-back three-pointers. Hannah Kramer and Coletta Wade both had 2, and Lucy Smith rounds things out for North Linn. She had 1 free throw for her 1 point. It is senior night here at North Linn. So it looks like we'll have some senior night festivities, so maybe a longer break than usual. As they're not setting the clock until the senior night festivities are over. So before I take a quick break, as we have the senior night presentation, then I'll get started for the boys portion of this doubleheader. One more time, our final score: North Linn 87, Central City 59. The Lynx improved their record to 18-2 on the year, and they have one more regular season game before looking forward to the postseason. Central City falls to 12-9 to conclude the regular season. And they will compete in the postseason this coming Thursday at home against West Central. I'll be on the call for that one, probably with a broadcast partner as well. Not sure who at this point, but probably with somebody. And so I will take a quick break here while they introduce the seniors here on senior night in Troy Mills. And I'll come back about 10 minutes for the opening tip-off of the boys game. I'll stay on the same stream, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back in probably about 10-15 minutes time. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the boys varsity matchup. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wildcat Basketball on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. If you're just tuning in for the first time tonight, I'm David Warrington coming to you from North Linn High School. The Wildcats are on the road tonight in Troy Mills, taking on the North Linn Lynx. Our varsity girls matchup ended a little while ago. The Lynx came out on top in that one, 87-59, to improve to 18-2 on the year. Our girls fall to 12-9. They'll be back in action on Thursday for postseason first-round action against West Central at home. But for now, the boys are set for their second-to-last regular season game. They will conclude the regular season on Tuesday in a boys-only matchup with Springville. But for right now, the focus is North Linn, as the Lynx are hosting your Central City Wildcats. Taking a look at both teams, Central City comes into this game with a record of 5-15 on the year. They've been playing well as of late, pulling off an upset win against Maquoketa Valley on Monday before nearly taking down East Buchanan on Tuesday, ultimately losing by 3 on a buzzer beater from the Bucks. They were both games that they lost by 30 or so points the first time they met earlier this season, so they've clearly been improving quickly throughout the season. The Wildcats have been led in scoring so far this year by Makai Benton. The sophomore is averaging 14.3 points per game. He's followed by the Closeman brothers. The freshman Matthew averages 10.6 points per night, while his brother, sophomore Aiden, sits at 9.6. Benton is also the leading rebounder, pulling down 6.1 boards per night. Matthew Closerman, the leader in assists, as the point guard dishes out 3.4 per game, and Aiden Closerman leads at steals at 2.1. Taking a look at North Linn, the Lynx come into this game with a record of 17-1 on the year, and they are ranked 3rd in Class 1A. The Lynx have not lost since being upset by Edgewood Colesburg back in December. They picked up a win against a solid Lisbon team on the road last night, 75-50. The leading scorer for the Lynx coming into this game is Austin Hilmer. The senior point guard is averaging 20.9 points per game. 3 other players join Hilmer in averaging double figures, as Tate Hoggenberry, Dylan Kurt, and Cade Hoggenberry average 17, 12.9, and 10.8 respectively. Tate Hoggenberry is the leading rebounder for the Lynx, pulling in 6.3 per game. Hilmer averages 8.4 assists per night, which not only leads the team, but is second in the state of Iowa. He also leads the team in steals, averaging 4.6 per game. The teams have met up once so far this season, back on January 11th in Central City. It was a tough night for the Wildcats as they fell to a very talented North Linn team, 103-43. So the Wildcats will look to put together a better effort here tonight and bounce back and have a little better game against North Linn. The Lynx, a very talented team. They're going to make a lot of noise in the postseason here coming up in the next week or so. But for now, both teams are looking to close out their regular seasons well. Central City will play tonight, and they'll be back in action on Tuesday at home against Springville to close the season. North Linn in action tonight, regular season as well, I would assume next week, as they do get the first round bye, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs. So I don't think they'll be playing on the Monday after next, like Central City will be. North Linn will close out their regular season at home on Tuesday the 8th at home against Alburnett. So taking a look at both teams' seasons so far, the Wildcats opened up with several very close games against East Side opponents. They lost Prince of Peace by 3, Midland by 5, Calumet-Wheatland by 6, all games that they just let slip away. They got their first win against Starmont at home on December 17th, 57-25. Then took down Central Decatur on the road, 53-41. And they went to Coe College, take on Columbus Junction in a neutral site matchup. In the Wells Fargo Advisors shootout, they took down Columbus 70-45. They got another win at Starmont, 66-29 on January 21st. And then they upset Maquoketa Valley at home this past Monday, January 31st. They won that one 51-45. Their most recent game was on Tuesday, the 1st, at home against East Buchanan. They lost the Buccaneers on a buzzer-beating 3, 48-45. That is how the Wildcats come in 5-15. Those are the 5 wins they've managed to pick up. North Linn has been dominant so far this year. They've had their way with pretty much everybody. The first game that was even remotely close for the Lynx was a shocking upset loss at Edgewood Colesburg on the 21st of December. They lost that one 52-47. 5-point loss for the Lynx. They didn't have any close games after that. The closest would be a 61-47 win over Edgewood Colesburg, which is very close for a North Linn game, but not super close in general. But Edco did keep it close after beating them the first time. And then they took down a talented Lisbon team 75-50 just yesterday, in fact, at Lisbon. Northland went on the road and had no problems with the Lions. They come into this one very well, or looking very well in the standings, 17-1 on the year. So looking at the conference standings, Starmont is 0-12, bringing up the rear in the Tri-Rivers West. East Buchanan is 3-10. The Wildcats are a game in front of them at 3-9. Maquoketa Valley is 5-7. Springville's 8-4. Alburnett and Edgewood Colesburg are tied for second place. They're both 9-3. And North Linn is leading the Tri-Rivers, and a win tonight would clinch the Tri-Rivers West for them. They are 11-1. One more win would bring that out of reach, and they would win yet another Tri-Rivers Conference West Division Championship. Taking a look at games around the conference this past Tuesday, Edgewood Colesburg had a tough one at Alburnett, but they won at 50-45. Close game there. As I said, the Wildcats nearly upset the East Buchanan Buccaneers at home in Central City, but lost in a buzzer beater 48-45. North Linn took care of business at home against Springville 69-38. And Starmont hosted Maquoketa Valley. The Wildcats took care of business in Arlington 62-44. Now looking at the games tonight, of course, the Wildcats are here in Troy Mills taking on North Linn. Other than that, Starmont is hosting Edgewood Colesburg. Springville is hosting Maquoketa Valley, and East Buchanan is playing host to the Alburnett Pirates. So Edco and Alburnett are both tied at 9-3 for second place in the district, or in the conference rather. Edco should have their way with Starmont tonight, while Alburnett will have a little bigger of a challenge against East Buchanan, but they also should win that one. Springville the favorite against Maquoketa Valley. If all three of them won, the standings would stay the same. Edco and Alburnett would go to 10-3. Springville would go to 9-4. That would keep Springville in fourth place, with Edco and Alburnett tied for second place in the conference. Then, of course, Mac Valley is in fifth, Central City sixth, East Buchanan seventh, and Starmont eighth. So that's how the Tri-Rivers Conference breaks down, looking at the matchups tonight and how they affect the potential standings after tonight's contest conclude. I'll get into the newly released just this afternoon basketball postseason bracket for Class 1A, I believe 2A as well. But we're focused on 1A here. But I will say this much, Central City will open their postseason on February 14th. That's Valentine's Day on Monday. They will be at home, or excuse me, they will be on the road taking on Alburnett. That game is a doubleheader. At 6:30, Hudson will play Don Bosco at Alburnett. The winner will move on to play the winner of our game. And then after the conclusion of that game, probably around 8 o'clock, Alburnett will host your Central City Wildcats. Plan is for myself and probably one other person to be down there on the call for that one right here on Wildcat Sports. Look forward to providing you coverage of postseason Wildcat basketball. As the girls are done with the regular season, the boys have just tonight and then one more game on Tuesday. And they will get into postseason action Monday the 14th. The girls in postseason play Thursday the 10th. So both teams make their way over to the bench as we're getting set to go here for varsity basketball action between the Lynx and the Wildcats. Central City have all made their way over to the bench, taking some instructions from Coach Carlson before we introduce tonight's starting lineups. Without getting too far into it, I will say this much. Sounds like there will be a unique starting five for Central City here tonight due to some players violating team rules. Looks like it'll be Matthew Klostrom and Aiden Klostrom both starting as per usual. Jaden Hansen getting the start, but then it'll be Dayton Price and Max Arthur, a sophomore and freshman respectively, both getting their first career starts in tonight's matchup. So a unique starting five for Central City. A couple of players getting their first career starts. In fact, looks like Dayton doesn't even have a varsity red jersey. I noticed he was a different number on the road than he is at home. So that's something interesting. North Linn and Central City both lined up to introduce tonight's starters as the final few seconds roll off the clock. And they're about set to meet tonight's starting lineups. Public address announcer going over the loudspeaker getting set to introduce tonight's starters. 8 minutes are set on the clock for after the starters are introduced. The 5-15 Central City Wildcats getting set to take on the 17-1 third-ranked North Linn Lynx here in Troy Mills. Here are your starters. For the Wildcats, a 5'10 freshman, number 1, Matthew Klosterman. For the Lynx, a 6'1 junior, number 12, Ben Wheatley. For the Wildcats, a 5'9 sophomore, number 2, Aiden Klosterman. For the Lynx, a 6'2 senior, number 20, Cade Hagenberry. For the Wildcats, 6' sophomore, number 4, Jaden Hansen. And for the Lynx, a 6'2 senior, number 22, Dylan Kurt. For the Wildcats, a 5'9 freshman, number 21, Max Arthur. For the Lynx, a 5'10 senior, number 24, Austin Hilmer. For the Wildcats, a 6'2 sophomore, number 24, Dayton Price. And for the Lynx, a 6'4 junior, number 30, Tate Hagenberry. Assistant coach for the Wildcats is John McGovern. Central City's head coach is Tanner Carlson. Assistant coach for the Lynx is Travis Griffith. North Lynn's head coach is Mike Hilmer. So one more time, your starting fives for the Wildcats: Klosterman, Hansen, Arthur, and Price. For North Linn, Wheatley, Hagenberry, Kurt, Hilmer, and Hagenberry. Wildcats wearing their home or visiting reds with the black trim, with the exception of Dayton Price wearing the JV visiting reds with white trim. North Linn wearing their home uniforms, white homes with black numerals and burgundy and black trim for the Lynx. Wildcats will work left to right to begin tonight's game. Lynx set to work right to left. Jaden Hansen will jump center for Central City. It'll be Tate Hagenberry jumping center for the Lynx. 8 minutes are set on the clock, and we're just about set to go for Tri-Rivers West basketball. Opening tip in the air, controlled by the Lynx. Hansen just lets him have it with the big height difference there. And we're underway. Kurt has it left wing for North Linn, uses a screen from Hagenberry. Over to Hilmer on the left wing. Over to Kurt. He'll take a straight-on three-pointer. That is going to be no good. Rebounded by Hansen, but he has it knocked loose by Price, but it ends up in the hands of Matthew Klosterman, who will bring it up the floor for Central City. Klosterman crosses into the front court. Now he'll look to reset the offense after getting through the press. Over to Arthur on the left wing. Top of the key to Aiden Klosterman. Dribbling right, attacking the hoop. Has a poke loose, stolen away by Cade Hagenberry. Running in transition. Goes up over the top of Arthur, and his basket's good. Cade Hagenberry opens tonight's scoring. 2-0 North Linn with about 40 seconds gone in tonight's game. Matthew Klosterman loses it momentarily, gets it back. Over to Aiden Klosterman, trying to get across half court. Picks it up back to Matthew. And now that'll be 10 seconds. They couldn't get to the cross half court for the fully allotted 10 seconds. That'll be a turnover, and North Linn will take it. Cade Hagenberry is going to throw it in. One of the premier point guards in all of Iowa high school basketball, Austin Hilmer, will bring it up for the Lynx. Hilmer has the top of the key, swings it over to Kurt, left wing, fakes a three. Klosterman's out there to guard him. That's Aiden. Kurt, top of the key, back to Hilmer on the right wing. Inside pass to Cade Hagenberry. Got a traveling violation called against. That's Tate Hagenberry, excuse me. So turnover for the Lynx. Wildcats will get it back. Lynx still in their full court press. Jaden Hansen's going to throw it in against the pressure. He gets it into Matthew Klosterman. His brother Aiden's there to help him as well, while Jaden will go to midcourt. Aiden splits a double team and gets across the midcourt line. Over to Arthur in the left corner. He will take a three-pointer. That's going to be off the mark. Too strong. Rebound across half court to Hilmer. Hilmer gets around a couple defenders. Now top of the key to Kurt. He'll fake a three over to Hilmer. He'll fake another three. Dribbling right. Sends it over short corner to Wheatley. Now Kurt has it right wing. He'll take a three-pointer. That one's going to be no good. Rattles around and out. Rebounded by Matthew Klosterman. Matthew looking to break the pressure by himself. Now he'll reset. Trying to get across half court. He does so. Gets around Cade Hagenberry. Picks up his dribble. Has his pass stolen away by Austin Hilmer. Kick ahead goes to Ben Wheatley. Nobody else back. He'll lay it up and in. Ben Wheatley gets the basket off the assist from Austin Hilmer. 4-0 North Linn. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. The Klosterman brothers working together to bring it across half court. Matthew does so. Nearly has it stripped away. Over to Arthur on the left corner. Skip pass over to Hansen. He has it poked loose by Wheatley. Out of bounds. Last touched by Wheatley. So it will be Central City basketball underneath their own hoop. 5:54 remain in their first quarter. 4-0 North Linn as Jaden Hanson's going to throw it in. Wildcats just running around to try to confuse the Lynx defense. Hanson's bounce pass tipped by Hilmer. Aiden Klosterman dives on it and picks it up. Over to Price, top of the key. He'll take a straight on three. Dayton Price, three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebounded by Austin Hilmer. He'll run the floor for the Lynx. Crosses half court. Has the top of the key. Guarded by Aiden Klosterman. Over to Kurt on the left wing. High post to Cade Hoggenberry. Ben Wheatley's going to sky up for a three-pointer. It's going to be no good. It'll go over the backboard. And that will be out of bounds. And Central City will get it back. Some cold shooting so far by some very good three-point shooters for the Lynx. 4-0 is our score. Inbounds pass goes to Matthew Klosterman. Hoggenberry and Wheatley are applying the pressure in the full court. Aiden Klosterman sends it to Matthew, crosses half court. Matthew calling a set play, so the Wildcats look to get something run here. Hanson has it, dribbling to his right. Guarded, loses his dribble, over to Matthew Klosterman. Fakes a shot, goes up with it with his left hand. It's going to be no good. Rebound tipped around, picked up by Price. Good rebound inside by Dayton. Now he sends it over to Arthur. Now back over to Aiden Klosterman. Right wing to Jaden Hanson. Fakes a three. Some pressure from Hoggenberry distracted him. Inside to Price. Fakes a jumper. Puts it up. And it's good. Dayton Price with a nice move inside. He gets the basket to go. Nice finish by the sophomore, getting his first career varsity start. 4-2 with 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. Hilmer left wing. Pull up. Fakes a pull-up jumper, in fact. Over to Kurt right wing. His three-pointer is good. Knew he wasn't going to miss all of his three-pointers tonight after missing his first few. Three-pointer from Dylan Kurt is his first. 7-2 North Linn. Matthew Klosterman crosses half court. Bounce pass over to Aiden. He'll look to attack the hoop. Gets past the defender. Picks up his dribble over to Arthur. Top of the key to Matthew. Fakes a three-pointer. Now looks to get downhill. Arthur will take a three-pointer from the left wing. His shot's no good. Rebounded by Kurt. And he sends it across half court to Hilmer. Hilmer has it on the left wing. Guarded by Hanson. Top the key to Kurt. He'll fake another three-pointer. Looking to get downhill over to Wheatley. He'll fake a three. Pull up for a mid-range jumper. And that is good. Ben Wheatley with his second basket of the night. We've got a timeout on the floor called by Coach Carlson. We have a 30-second timeout on the floor. 4:04 remain in our opening quarter. It's North Linn 9, Central City 2. Lynx had a cold start offensively, but now they're starting to figure it out. Wildcats struggling a little bit against the press. The Klosterman brothers haven't turned it over too many times, but it has sped up the offense. Scoring numbers here early on. Ben Wheatley has 4, Dylan Kurt 3, and Cade Hoggenberry 2 for the Lynx. For Central City, Dayton Price has their lone 2 points. Lucas Greif did check in at the timeout for Central City. Looks like he is replacing Max Arthur. The other 4 are still out there. We did have a sub for North Linn as well, as Mason Beschen, a 5'11 freshman, checks in. Looks like he replaced Wheat. So Wildcat basketball, full court press in effect from the Lynx. Inbounds pass goes to Aiden Klosterman. Hilmer got his hand in there, but Aiden got it back. Goes behind his back, trying to get across half court. He does so. His pass is stolen away by Tate Hoggenberry. Thought he had a lane, but he didn't have enough room. Cade Hoggenberry now takes it. Left-hand layup is good. Cade Hoggenberry with his second basket. That's 4 for him. And it's 11-2. Aiden Klosterman gives it over to Matthew, crosses half court. Looking to reset the offense for the Wildcats. Top of the key to Aiden. Hanson hands it off to Matthew Klosterman. Top of the key, guarded by Hoggenberry. Left wing to Greif. Hanson gets out of a near trap there. He picks it up. And we're going to have a hold called against Tate Hoggenberry. That'll be the first foul of the game. Therefore, of course, Tate's first and North Linn's first. On the floor, so no free throws. Wildcat basketball. Hanson's going to throw it in front of the North Linn bench. 3:22 to go in the first quarter. 11-2 North Linn. Klosterman takes the inbounds pass right corner. Tried to get inside to Price, tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Beschen, I thought, but they're going to say it was off of Price instead, so North Linn basketball. Ben Wheatley is going to re-enter the game. Tate Hoggenberry is going to go to the bench as North Linn gets it back. 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. They're up 11-2. Inbounds pass goes to Austin Hilmer, kicks it across half court to Beschen. Now back to Hilmer, top of the key, over to Wheatley, right wing. Skip pass and a set play to Hilmer. Gets him a lane to the hoop. Nice dime there inside to Cade Hoggenberry, who finishes at the rim. Give the assist to Hilmer. 6 points for Hoggenberry. 13-2 our score. Just under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Aiden Klosterman double teamed. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Lynx. I think Beschen was the one that poked it loose. So the Lynx will still be on defense here. Wildcats have possession of the basketball. Hanson's going to throw it in. Looking around, trying to get it in. Uses the backcourt and gets it into Matthew Klosterman. Cade Hoggenberry's there to apply the pressure. He crosses into the front court. Over to Aiden Klosterman. He'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Wheatley. Good shot. Aiden couldn't get it to fall, however. Hilmer bringing it up. Over to Kurt on the left wing. Gets by a defender. Goes up through some contact. Puts it up. It's no good. Gets his own rebound. Fakes a couple times. Has it poked loose. Now gets it back. Goes up with it. It is no good, but he is fouled. And Dylan Kurt will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws for North Linn. We'll see who they got the foul on. I believe it's going to go against Dayton, and it is. It's going to be Dayton's first, team foul number 1, as Dylan Kurt is at the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Lynx. First one on the way from Kurt is good. He's got 4 points, chance to make it 5 as Tate Hoggenberry re-enters the game for North Linn, replacing Cade Hoggenberry. 2.5 to go in our opening quarter. It's 14-2, North Linn on top by 12, as Kurt is at the free throw line to attempt his second shot. That one on the way is good as well. He makes both. That's 5 for him, and he's going to come out replaced by Tate Collum, a 5'10 senior, checked into the game for the Lynx. Hanson to inbound. Full court press still fully in effect for the Lynx. Matthew Klosterman takes the inbounds pass and crosses into the front court. Gets past a couple defenders. Bounce pass inside to Price. We got a foul on the floor while he was trying to pass it into Dayton. So Wildcats will have it from the sideline, out of bounds. Cade Hoggenberry right back into the game, replacing Tate Hoggenberry, as that was his second foul. Team foul number 2. Both have been against Tate. As Hanson's going to throw it in. Gets it into Aiden Klosterman. He's bumped by Mason Beschen. And they're going to get him for the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 3 against North Linn. So once again, Hanson will throw it in from the sideline. Hanson takes the ball. He's going to look to get it in. Looking around, bounce pass into Greif, but it's poked loose by Wheatley. He's running in transition. Goes up with the layup. It's no good, but he is bumped. And now Ben Wheatley will take a trip to the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Lynx. As Max Arthur makes his way over to the scorer's table, he'll check in after the first free throw. Foul was against Lucas Greif. It's going to be his first, team foul number 2, as Wheatley's at the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one on the way from Wheatley is no good. As Arthur checks back into the game, he will replace Lucas Greif, who's going to go to the bench after picking up that foul. Wheatley set to attempt his second free throw now. 15-2 is our score. Second free throw on the way is good, so Wheatley makes 1 of 2. He's got 5 points in the night, and it's 16-2. Matthew Klosterman gets across half court. He's double teamed once he does so. Picks up his dribble, bounce pass over to Aiden Klosterman. Attacking the hoop, makes a nice move inside, puts it up off the glass, and it's good as Aiden Klosterman gets his first bucket of the night. It's 16-4, North Linn on top, 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Hilmer skip pass down low to Collum, takes one hard dribble, goes up over Price, and his basket stood. Tate Collum with a nice finish on the inside for his first bucket. It's 18-4 as Hilmer comes up to steal. Nobody between him and the bucket as he puts it up with his right hand, and it's good. Austin Hilmer with his first basket. 20-4 our score as the inbounds pass goes to Matthew Klosterman. Spins around, loses it. Beschen dives on the floor. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Wildcats, so Central City will keep it. Mason Beschen forced the jump ball there for the Lynx. Got a minute 38 to go in the first quarter. 20-4, North Linn on top. Hanson's going to throw it in, gets it into Matthew Klosterman. Little over 90 seconds to go until the end of the first as Klosterman sends it over to Arthur, but it's stolen away by Wheatley. He's running in transition. 2-on-3. He lays it up and in without use of the glass. Just went high up and was laid into the basket. He's got 7. It's 22-4. North Linn on top as Matthew Klosterman has it right wing. Top of the key to Aiden. He thought about a 3. Now he's going to look to get downhill. Puts it up. It is good. Aiden Klosterman gets the friendly roll and the contact. He'll go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. He's got 4, chance to make it 5, as they are going to get Mason Beschen on the foul. It's his second, team foul number 4. So Dylan Kurt will come over to the scorer's table, and he will replace Beschen. Beschen will come out with 2 fouls. Troy Curtis also making his way over to the scorer's table. He'll make his first appearance in tonight's game. Just 1 free throw, so they won't have a free throw beforehand. Troy's right into the game. Dayton Price is going to come out, as Aiden Klosterman will try to make it 1 more at the free throw line. Free throw on the way from Aiden. That is good. He was 8 for 8 the other night against Maquoketa Valley. He makes that one to start 1 for 1 tonight. Wheatley has it right wing over to Hilmer. Now swing pass left wing to Kurt. Short corner to Cade Hoggenberry. Gets around Curtis, puts it up, it's no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, it is good, and the foul. Cade Hoggenberry gets the basket to go. He's got 8 on the night, and they got a foul called against Troy Curtis. It's going to be his first. Team foul number 3, and Hoggenberry will go to the line to shoot 1. For North Linn, Gunnar Van Norney checked into the game for the Lynx. He will replace Tate Collum. 5'11 senior, newly checked in for North Linn. 24-7 is our score, as Hoggenberry's free throw is on the way and good. Cade Hoggenberry makes the extra shot. He's got 9, 25-7 with a minute to go in the opening quarter. Matthew Klosterman has it, crosses half court. Looking to attack downhill. Jump stop, now he's in trouble in the paint. Tries to feed it into Aiden, but stolen away by Dylan Kurt, and they're going to get Aiden for a foul, trying to force a jump ball. It's going to be Aiden's first foul, team foul number 4. Both teams have 4 fouls. North Linn basketball with 45 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 25-7 is our score. Van Orney has it left wing, top of the key to Wheatley. Dribbling left, now makes a nice move around a couple defenders, puts up a floater, it's no good. Arthur secures the rebound. He's going to give it over to Matthew Klosterman. He'll bring it up the floor for North Linn, or for Central City rather. Uses a screen, has a poke loose from behind, but gets it back into the corner to Arthur, attacking. Nice move there, but he gets it out to Matthew Klosterman on the right wing. Now back to Arthur in the corner. He'll put up a three-pointer. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by Kurt. Dylan Kurt secures the board, looking to run in transition for the Lynx. Now he'll pull it back out. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Straight on three-pointer on the way from Austin Hilmer. He knocks it down. His first triple, second bucket of the night. He's got 5. It's 28-7. 5 seconds to go. Aiden Klosterman loses it, I believe, off his own foot. I think somebody might have tipped it first, but it ended up off his foot. So North Linn gets it back with 2.5 seconds. They have it in front of their own bench. Inbounds pass goes to Austin Hilmer. He'll spot it for a half-court jumper. It's going to be no good. And that'll bring us to the end of one quarter of basketball from Troy Mills. Our score, North Linn 28, Central City 7. So a tough opening quarter for the Wildcats against the third-ranked team in the state of Iowa for Class 1A. They trail by 3 touchdowns, using a football metaphor there, 28-7. So here at the timeout, I'll go ahead and give a shout-out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa. Expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. Heartland Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC. So several players went straight over to the scorer's table at the end of that quarter. Braden Rickles, Makai Benton, and Marcus Shellhorn all checked in right away. So they will be on the floor once we begin our second quarter of play. Looking at the scoring numbers, Cade Hoggenberry had 9 in that first quarter. Ben Wheatley had 7. Austin Hilmer had 5. Dylan Kurt also had 5, and Tate Collum had 2. For the Wildcats, Aiden Klosterman had 5, and Dayton Price had 2. North Linn's going to start the quarter with Kurt, Hilmer, Wheatley, Cade Hoggenberry, and Van Norney. Wildcats going with Rickles, Benton, Shellhorn, and the Klosterman brothers. So the usual starting 5 for Central City will start the second quarter. North Linn basketball first. Possession arrow favors the Lynx. Hoggenberry is going to throw it in. He does so to Hilmer. And we got second quarter action underway from Troy Mills. Hilmer picks up his dribble at the logo over to Van Norney. Back to Hilmer, top of the key. He's looking to set up a set play here are the Lynx. Right wing to Hoggenberry, top of the key to Van Norney. Back to Hilmer on the left wing, dribbling to the top of the key, over to Van Norney. He'll take a three-pointer from the right wing. He can't quite get it to go. Good look for Van Norney, but he just a bit off the mark there. Long down court pass to Shellhorn, but he can't secure it. And Van Norney couldn't come up with the steal there. Went out, had his feet go out of bounds before he could secure the ball. So Central City keeps it. A little bit of a lucky break there as Shellhorn couldn't secure the pass. Rickles is going to throw it in underneath the Wildcat basket. Looking around. Has it tipped out of bounds by Austin Hilmer. So Rickles will try it again. 7:36 remaining in the second quarter. Nobody scored yet this quarter. 28-7 is still the score. Rickles is going to throw it in once again. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman standing right in front of him. He has it left corner. Dribbling up to the left wing. Now over to Rickles, top of the key. Over to Aiden Klosterman on the right wing. Top of the key to Matthew Klosterman, attacking downhill. Gets inside to Rickles, takes one dribble, goes up with it. It's going to be no good. Takes a couple bounces and goes out. Kurt secures the rebound. Over to Hilmer. Hilmer running the floor, gets around the defender, puts it up. It's going to be good. Tough finish inside by Austin Hilmer. He wanted the foul, but got the bucket nonetheless. Matthew Klosterman over to Aiden, getting across half court. Picks up his dribble and a little bit of pressure. Now over to Matthew Klosterman. He'll pull up for a three-pointer. That's good. Matthew Klosterman splashes home a 3 for his first basket of the night. 30-10 our score as Wheatley has it in the right corner. Skip pass left wing to Van Norney. Now right wing to Wheatley. Back to Van Norney. He'll think about an open look from three. Instead, top of the key to Wheatley. Back to Wheatley at the top of the key, looking to get downhill. Over to Van Norney. Thought about a three. Back to Wheatley. Good ball movement here from the Lynx. Skip pass into the corner to Van Norney. He gets enough room that time to put up a three-pointer, but he can't get it to go. Wheatley with the offensive rebound, but his putback rolls out. Van Norney gets the offensive rebound there. Three-pointer on the way from Austin Hilmer. He splashes that one home. That's going to put him in double figures with 10. It's 33-10, North Linn with a 23-point lead. Aiden Klosterman has it right wing. We got a foul called on the floor as Klosterman was trying to attack the hoop. They are going to call that one on Cade Hoggenberry. That's his first. Team foul number 5 as Tate Collum re-enters the game. Gunnar Van Norney will go to the bench. Rickles is going to throw it in for Central City in front of the Lynx bench. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman. Cade Hoggenberry playing the defense there. Klosterman trying to attack the hoop. Now gives it over to Benton on the left wing. Top the key to Aiden Klosterman. He will spot up for a three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds. Last touched by Central City. I think Shellhorn got his hand on that one. And North Linn will have the basketball. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. 33-10 is our score. Collum has it on the left wing. Dribbling to his right off a screen from Kurt. Back to Hilmer, left wing into the corner to Wheatley. Top of the key to Hilmer. Skip pass over to Wheatley. He fakes a three. Gets around a couple defenders. Jump stop, puts up a floater, and it's good. Ben Wheatley continues his nice start to tonight's game. He's got 9. 35-10 is the score. North Linn on top. Aiden Klosterman crosses into the front court. Gives it over to Rickles on the right wing into the corner to Benton. He'll take a three-pointer. Makai Benton's three-pointer's off the mark. Rebounded by Kurt. Kurt bounce pass over to Hoggenberry. He goes around. Aiden Klosterman puts it up. It's good. Euro step move there by Cade Hoggenberry. He's into double figures with 11. 37-10 our score as the ball's batted over near to the locker room area. Now back ready to go and play as the inbounds pass goes to Benton. They're changing their press break a little bit here as all 4 players not throwing the ball in are now standing in the backcourt. It works well enough as Aiden Klosterman gets into the front court. Matthew Klosterman goes up for a shot. It's good, but they're going to call a charge. Matthew Klosterman got the bucket to go, but Dylan Kurt took a charge, and they're going to credit him for it as that foul goes against Matthew Klosterman, his first and team foul number 5. As the Lynx will get it back, we have Trey McEnany, a 6-foot senior, checking into the game for the Lynx. He will replace Ben Wheatley. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kurt has it on the left wing. Top of the key to Collum, now right wing to Hilmer. Back to Collum, swings it over to Kurt. He'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. Kurt gets it to go. Three-pointer from Dylan Kurt is on the money. 8 points for the senior. It's 40-10. Klosterman bounce pass to Benton is kicked out of bounds by one of the Lynx. I think Hilmer might have been there. So the Wildcats keep it. Braden Rickles is going to throw it in. Gets it into Benton, but it's tipped out of bounds by McEnany, newly entered into the game. So once again, Rickles will try to throw it in. Looking around, gets it into Matthew Klosterman, top of the key. Tipped around, stolen by Austin Hilmer. Nobody between him. Tougher. He's got 12 points as Matthew Klosterman gets it across half court. Over to Aiden Klosterman, right wing. Top of the key to Rickles. He nearly loses it, gets it back. Back to Aiden Klosterman. He'll take a right wing three-pointer. It's no good. Rebounded by Hilmer. He'll run in transition. Gets nice dump down pass inside to Dylan Kurt. He gets the bucket to go, and he's fouled. So Dylan Kurt enters double figures with 10, and they're going to get Braden Rickles for a foul, his first team foul, number 6. As Tate Hoggenberry and Mason Beshton both check into the game, but we've got a timeout on the floor, full 60-second timeout. 4:20 remaining in our second quarter. It's North Linn 44, Central City 10. So while we've got a chance, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is a full-service community bank. We believe in meeting the needs of our customers while exceeding their expectations. Banking is personal to each individual. That's why we provide options for your life. Member FDIC. So some scoring numbers here with 4:20 remaining in the opening half. Cade Hoggenberry has 11. Austin Hilmer's just in front of him with 12. Dylan Kurt also has already reached double figures. He has 10. Ben Wheatley with 9 to round out the score. Oh, nope, Tate Collum also has 2, and that will round out the Lynx scoring column. For the Wildcats, Aiden Klosterman has 5, Matthew Klosterman has 3, and Dayton Price has 2 to round out the Wildcats scoring. 44-10 our score, 4:20 to go in our second quarter as both teams back on the floor. It's the Klostermans, Hanson, Benson, and Shellhorn for Central City. McEnany, Kurt, Cullum, Beshin, and Tate Hagenberry on the floor for North Linn. Dylan Kurt is at the free throw line. He will shoot 1 for North Linn after getting the and 1 to go before the timeout. Free throw on the way from Kurt is good. That gives him 11 on the night, 45-10, 4:15 to go in the first half. Aiden Klosterman into the front court, down low to Benton. He has it on the baseline. Picks up his dribble. Now in some trouble, gets it over to Aiden Klosterman. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to call him for a travel before he got rid of it anyways. So that'll be a turnover. And North Linn gets it back. Beshin running the 1 for North Linn with Hilmer on the bench. Over right wing to Kurt. Top of the key to Collum, back to Kurt right wing. Back to Collum now. He'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. That's good. Tate Collum gets his first triple of the night. 5 points for the senior. It's 48-10. Aiden Klosterman has it right wing. Left wing to Hanson. He'll look to get downhill. He loses it. Bounced it too high off the hardwood and stolen away by Beshin. Bounce pass inside to Kurt, trying to go around Shellhorn. Unable to do so, so he picks up his dribble. Has it nearly tipped into the hoop by Benton on the block. The Lynx still have it as Beshin gives it over to Kurt on the left wing. Trying to attack the hoop, gets there, puts it up and in. Dylan Kurt goes over the top of Shellhorn, over his outreaching arm, and just lays it up and in. He's got 13. It's 50-10, 40-point advantage for North Linn. Aiden Klosterman left wing, attacking the hoop, picks up his dribble over to Hanson left wing. He takes a couple big steps, puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Collum. And Beshin will bring it up for the Lynx. Beshin into the front court. Now he'll reset the offense. Collum right wing. And now top of the key to Kurt. Kurt attacking the hoop. Gets by Hanson. Easy layup inside for Dylan Kurt. He gets another bucket. He's had a bit of a scoring stretch here. He's got 15. It's 52-10. Aiden Klosterman has it in the left wing. Now into the corner to Hanson. Top of the key to Matthew Klosterman. Step back three-pointer on the way for Matthew is good. Nice looking three-pointer there from the freshman. He's got 6 on the night. It's 52-13. Beshin has it at the top of the key, guarded by Matthew Klosterman. Left wing to Kurt. Uses a screen. Attacking the hoop. Gets by a defender. Goes up. Uses the glass this time and puts it in once again. 17 for Dylan Kurt. He's known as a sharpshooter, but he's done it inside a whole bunch today as well. Matthew Klosterman gets by a defender. Goes through some contact. Puts it up. It's no good, but they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Not sure I agree with that one. Coach Carlson doesn't really look like he does either. Nonetheless, that is Matthew's second, team foul number 7. As Dayton Price and Lucas Greif re-enter, Marcus Shellhorn and Jaden Hanson will exit the game. For Central City, Coach Carlson having a word with the official that called the charge on Matthew. It's his second charge of the night. The first one I agreed with, that one not so much. Nonetheless, North Linn basketball as Austin Hilmer's back in the game, and he has the basketball on the right wing. Fakes a screen, gets around Matthew Klosterman, puts it up. It's no good off the rim. Rebounded by Hagenberry. But he has his pass stolen away by Dayton Price, so Wildcats get it back. Matthew Klosterman into the front court. Has it at the top of the key. Fakes a three over to Benton on the left wing. Attacking downhill. Skips it over to Lucas Greif. He has it right wing, dribbling to his left. Top of the key to Price. Matthew Klosterman's going to fake one way, shoot the three-pointer, and he gets it to go. Another three-pointer for the freshman. He's got 9 points to lead the Wildcats in scoring. It's 54-16. Austin Hilmer gets some space. He's going to pull it for a three. It's no good. Benton secures the rebound, and he gives it over to Aiden Klosterman. 90 seconds to go in the half. Aiden Klosterman has the top of the key over to Matthew on the left wing, attacking downhill. Picks it up. It's blocked by Ben Wheatley and rebounded by Hagenberry. Cade kicks it across half court to Hilmer. Attacking the hoop. Nice drive by Austin Hilmer. His layup's no good, though. Benton got in there enough to stop it. Offensive rebound by Tate Hagenberry, and his putback attempt is good. Surprisingly enough, Tate Hagenberry's first bucket of the night. 56-16 our score. Tate had 32 last time these teams met up back in January. Aiden Klosterman has the top of the key, attacking the hoop. Short corner to Price. He thought about a three. Now he's going to give it over to Greif on the left wing, or right wing rather. Into the corner to Price. Attacking the hoop. Spin around move. Nothing there. He gets it out to Aiden Klosterman over to Matthew on the right wing. Tries a step back move. Didn't get enough separation, so now he'll reset over to Aiden, top of the key. Back to Matthew. He'll take a three-pointer, but it's blocked by Cade Hagenberry. Rebounded by Beshin. He'll bring it up for the Lynx. 35 seconds until the half. Beshin is going to be called for an offensive foul. Matthew Klosterman gets some revenge for his 2 offensive fouls as he takes one that time. And Central City will get it back. Gunnar Van Orney back into the game for North Linn, as they called Mason Beschen for the offensive foul. That is his third foul of the game. Team foul number 6. Matthew Klosterman takes the inbounds pass. He has 30 seconds to work with, as we'll see if the Wildcats hold for one here. 56-16 is our score. Greif has it on the right wing. Looking around, taking his time. 20 seconds till the half. Over to Price, top of the key. Hands it off to Matthew Klosterman. 15 seconds and counting. Matthew has it back at the logo. He's double-teamed. Skip pass over to Lucas Greif, right wing. 10 seconds and counting now. Hands it off to Aiden Klosterman. Back to Lucas in the corner. Looking to get downhill. Puts up a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. Secured by Hilmer. He puts up a shot, but it's after the buzzer. Was no good anyways. And that is going to do it for our first half of play here from North Linn High School. Our score, North Linn 56, Central City 16. The Wildcats with a big deficit going into the half. North Linn, the third-ranked team in the state of Iowa for Class 1A, and they're playing like it here tonight, pulling out to a 40-point advantage against Central City. So we'll take a look at the first half numbers here. Dylan Kurt led the way for the Lynx. He had 17 in that opening half. Austin Hilmer had 12. Cade Hoggenberry had 11. Tate Collum had 5. Ben Wheatley also had 9. And then Tate Hoggenberry had 2 for the Lynx. For Central City, Matthew Klosterman led the way. He had 9 points. Aiden Klosterman had 5. And then Dayton Price had 2 to round out the Wildcats scoring. Looking at the fouls, Mason Beschen picked up his third on an offensive foul late in that half. Tate Hoggenberry has 2, and Cade Hoggenberry has 1 for the Lynx. For Central City, Matthew Klosterman has 2, both of the offensive variety. Aiden Klosterman, Lucas Greif, Dayton Price, Braden Rickles, and Troy Curtis all have 1. So no real foul trouble for Central City. North Linn does have Mason Beschen with 3, the backup point guard who came off the bench going into the second half. So we got the halftime break here as the North Linn dance team takes the floor. I'll be quiet for their start. So we'll give a quick shout out here to Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank represents new approach to banking in Iowa. Expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. Heartland Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC. It's about 8.5 minutes here in the halftime break. Lynx on top 56-16 over the Wildcats. Nice job to the North Linn dance team. As here at halftime, we'll take a look at the Iowa High School Athletic Association Class 1A District 7 bracket that the Wildcats are in. There are 16 districts. Each district is paired with another, at which point at the end of the postseason, once they get to the end of that district bracket, they will then meet up in a sub-state final. The winner of each sub-state game will go to the state tournament in Des Moines a little bit later on this month. So in District 7, which Central City is a member of, Meskwaki will play at HLV in the 8-9 game. the winner of that game will get the right to go to Gladbrook-Rhinebeck to take on the Rebels in the quarterfinal round, or rather the quarterfinal district round. And then also in Gladbrook that night, it'll be Cedar Valley Christian and Belle Plaine in a neutral site matchup. And then Central City will be in Alburnett on Tuesday the 14th, or Monday the 14th rather, taking on the Pirates. Before that game at 6:30, Hudson will take on Don Bosco at Alburnett. And then of that Hudson-Don Bosco game, if the Wildcats are able to take down the Alburnett Pirates in that one, they would go on to play the winner of Hudson-Don Bosco at Gladbrook-Rhinebeck on February 17th in a neutral site matchup. Gladbrook-Rhinebeck is the #1 seed in District 7, so they get home court advantage all the way to the district finals. That district final is at Center Point Urbana High School, so that's where the Wildcats would play if they were ever able to get through a couple of tough games. And then taking a look at the other side of the sub-state bracket in District 8, Prince of Peace is at Kalamazoo-Wheatland. The winner will go to Easton Valley. Also at Easton Valley that night beforehand with Marquette Catholic and Bellevue. Then Springville will play North Cedar at 6:30 in Lisbon, a neutral site game. And then Midland will play Lisbon. Lisbon is the host of that one. And then the district semifinal matchups will be at Easton Valley. The district final matchup in that bracket will be at Maquoketa High School. And then the district championship, or the sub-state championship, will be at a location that is to be decided. And the winner of that game will go on to play in the state tournament. So Gladbrook-Rhinebeck, the 1 seed in our side of the bracket, Alburnett the 2 seed. In the other side of the bracket in District 8, Easton Valley is the 1 seed, and Lisbon is the 2 seed. So there is a look at your bracket for the postseason. Wildcats will get postseason action started in the boys' side of things on Monday, February 14th at Alburnett. That game will tip off around 8 o'clock. There's a 6:30 game beforehand, and then Central City will play about 15, 20 minutes after the conclusion of that one. So taking a look at games around the Tri-Rivers Conference here tonight. Of course, the Wildcats are here in Troy Mills against North Linn. Over in Arlington, Starmont is hosting Edgewood-Colesburg. The Maquoketa Valley Wildcats are in Springville against the Orioles, and the Alburnett Pirates hit the road to Winthrop to take on the East Buchanan Buccaneers. If I had to give my guesses, Ed Coach should come out with an easy win over there against Starmont. Springville probably take down Mac Valley. And Alburnett should have their way with East Buchanan, although that is a game that could potentially be a little bit closer. As I did so during halftime of the girls' game, I'll see if I can get an update from Springville for the Springville-Maquoketa Valley game. The Wildcats will be at home against Springville on Tuesday to conclude the boys' regular season. The girls' regular season concluded a little bit earlier here tonight. And the boys will do so on Tuesday before beginning postseason play the next Monday. So getting an update here from Springville in just a moment. Looks like they're currently in the senior night festivities there, so the boys' game has not started over there. They seem to start their games a little bit later than most of the other teams around the Tri-Rivers. Looks like Maquoketa Valley actually gave Springville a run for their money. Ultimately, the Orioles came out on top by just a couple, but Mac Valley gave the Orioles everything they could handle tonight. A nice effort by the Wildcats. Of course, Central City just took down Maquoketa Valley earlier this week back on Monday, so good to see Central City with a mutual opponent that had a good game against Springville. Both teams are back on the floor now. Wildcats over to my left, the Lynx over to my right. Getting some shots up before we get started for the second half. Possession arrow favors Central City, so they'll get it first. And as the regular season comes to a close, remember to tune in to Wildcat Sports here on YouTube for all postseason coverage of Wildcat basketball games starting this coming Thursday The Wildcats are at home against the Blue Devils of West Central for a first-round girls postseason matchup. Wildcats again, after last year they did so as well. This year they also get a postseason game at home. I believe they have for a few years in a row now. If I remember right, they had a postseason game at home 3 years ago as well, or 2 years ago. So nice to get one more home game for our girls on that home floor back in Central City. Wildcats are on the visiting floor here at North Linn, getting some final shots up before we get things started for the second half in about 45 seconds. Before we do that, I'll go ahead and give it one more shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. So 25 seconds till we get started. Both teams have made their way over to their bench. Coach Carlson and Coach Hilmer respectively giving some last-minute instructions to the Wildcats and the Lynx. And then we will get the second half of action underway here from North Linn High School in Troy Mills. Big advantage for the Lynx. They're up 56-16 entering our third quarter. So I believe we will have a running clock here with the 40-point advantage for North Linn. The buzzer sounds, time is run off, and we are set to go. The Lynx are going to start with all seniors. Cade Hoggenberry, Dylan Kurt, Tate Collum, Gunnar Van Orney, and Austin Hilmer out there for the Lynx. This is senior night here in North Linn. Wildcats going with the Klostermans, Hanson, Benton, and Shellhorn. The Wildcat basketball first. I believe I might have misspoke a little bit earlier. It is Central City ball to start. Aiden throws it into his little brother Matthew, and we're underway for second half action from North Linn. Matthew Klosterman has it front court, top of the key, guarded by Hoggenberry. High post to Benton. Fakes the handoff to Klosterman, now tries to do it himself. Has it poked away by Kurt. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Hanson. North Linn basketball. And like I thought, the clock is running, so probably have a pretty quick second half here. Inbounds pass goes to Austin Hilmer. He'll bring it up for the Lynx, crossing into the front court. He has it right wing. 2-3 zone being played by the Wildcats. Screen set by Hoggenberry. Van Orney thought about a three and then gives it over to Collum. Three-pointer from the left corner is no good from Collum. Rebound saved by Hilmer into Collum. Into the corner to Hilmer, attacking the baseline. Thought about going up with it, instead hands it off to Hoggenberry. It's loose, but he gets it back. Now Hilmer has it on the right wing, attacking downhill. Goes inside to Cade Hoggenberry, and his basket's good. That's 13 for Cade Hoggenberry. 58-16 is our score as Aiden Klosterman across the timeline for the Wildcats, guarded by Van Orney. Wildcats running the set play. Pass from Klosterman is tipped and stolen away by Collum. He sends it way down court to Hilmer. No look inside pass to Van Orney. He takes it, puts it up. It's going to be good. Gunnar Van Orney gets his first bucket of the night. Nice inside finish from the 5'11 senior. It's 60-16. 6:45 remaining in our third quarter. Benton has it left corner, attacking. Now over to Hanson, top of the key to Klosterman. Now into the corner to Matthew Klosterman, attacking the baseline. Now spins around, gets Hoggenberry in the air, and we're going to have a traveling violation called on Matthew Klosterman as he was trying to make a move on the inside, so the Lynx will get it back. Hoggenberry is going to throw it into Hilmer, and he'll bring it up for the Lynx. Hilmer has it top of the key over to Van Orney. He'll step into a three-pointer from the left wing. That's no good, too strong. Rebound by Matthew Klosterman. He'll bring it up for the Wildcats. Has it top of the key, guarded by Hoggenberry. Poked by Van Orney, but right into the hands of Aiden Klosterman. Attacking the hoop. Nice drive by Aiden. Goes up. Tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Van Orney. And Hilmer going to bring it up for the Lynx. Hilmer has it inside and brings it back out to the perimeter. Attacking for the right wing. Dump down pass to Hoggenberry. He waits for a couple defenders to get past him. His bucket's good and the foul. Cade Hoggenberry has 15 after that basket. And he will go to the line for one more. They got the foul on Makai Benson. That's going to be his first. And team foul number 1 in the second half. Cade Hoggenberry is at the line shooting 1 for North Linn. Free throw on the way. That is going to be good. Cade Hoggenberry has 16 on the night. And he will be replaced by Trey McEnany, the 6-foot senior, re-entering the game for the Lynx. Matthew Klosterman brings it up for the Wildcats. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. 63-16, Lynx on top. Pass is tipped by Hilmer, ends up in the hands of Aiden Klosterman. Top of the key to Hanson. Now over to Shellhorn on the right wing. Dribbling left, gives it to Benton, top of the key, guarded by Kurt. Now back to Aiden Klosterman, fakes the three, dribbling right, picks up his dribble. Over to Matthew, top of the key, guarded by Van Orney. Hands it over to Hansen on the left wing, into the corner to Aiden Klosterman. Thought about a three, now attacking baseline. Hilmer tried to take a charge, but no call. Hansen takes a three-pointer from the left corner. It's rattles out, and it's no good. Rebounded by McEnany, and Hilmer brings it up for the Lynx. Hilmer taking his time, looking around, skip pass into the corner to Van Orny. Now Kurt left wing attacking, down low to Collum. His floater on the way is good. Tate Collum with a floater from about midway in the painted area, and he gets it to go down. He's got 7. It's 65-16, 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Matthew Klosterman uses a pair of screens. McEnany's on him, dribbling to his left, picks up his dribble in the free throw area, now over to Hansen left corner. Aiden Klosterman swings it over to Shellhorn on the right wing. He'll take a wide by Benton. He's skied up way high in the air for it. Fading away, gets it to go off the glass. Nice finish inside by Benton, his first bucket of the night. It is 65-18, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Into the corner to Kurt. He fakes a three. Shellhorn's out there on him. Inside to McEnany. Takes one hard dribble. Goes up. It is no good. Rolls around the rim and off. Rebounded by Hansen as Matthew Klosterman's going to bring it up for Central City. Klosterman taking his time, now just crossing into the front court, guarded by Van Orny on the right wing. Uses the screen from Benton. Now inside to Benton. Nice find by Matthew, and he gets it to go. Nice finish on the inside by Makai Benton. Another basket there for the sophomore. 4 for him as Austin Hilmer takes a pull-up, straight-on three-pointer. He can't get it to fall, and Matthew Klosterman pulls in the board. Klosterman has the top of the key, dribbling right. Step back, three-pointer on the way is good for Matthew Klosterman. He's a kid to watch out for the next few years. He's got 12 points, all three-pointers, does the freshman here so far tonight, as Dylan Kurt responds on the other end, three-pointer of his own from the left corner. He's having quite the night as the senior. He's got 20. As the Wildcats throw it away there, and it'll be North Linn basketball. Dayton Price and Braden Rickles back in the game for Central City, as Cade Hoggenberry checks in for the Lynx. Shellhorn and Hansen check out for the Wildcats. Hilmer's going to bring it up for North Linn. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Hilmer has it at the top of the key, over to McEnany. Now over to Van Orny on the left wing. Uses the screen from Hoggenberry, back to Hilmer left wing. Attacking the hoop. Tried to go inside. It's off the foot of Braden Rickles, and it's a turnover as Matthew Klosterman will wait for everybody to get back into the front court, and now he will do so. Letting everything clear out. Now over to Aiden Klosterman on the left wing. Dribbling to his right, picks it up, gives it over to Price, top of the key. He'll take a straight-on three-pointer. It's no good. Rebounded by Hilmer. Hilmer running in transition. 2-on-3. Now he's going to pull it back out. Attacking the baseline. Nice take by Austin Hilmer, but his layup's too strong. No good. And it's rebounded by Benton. Matthew Klosterman's going to take his time, bringing it up the floor for the Wildcats. Crosses into the front court, guarded by Van Orny. Right wing to Benton. He'll sky up for a three-pointer right away, and it's good. Makai Benton knocks down the three. That's 7 for him. It's 68-26. Van Orny has it left wing. Dribbling right, top of the key. Thought about a three. Now right wing to Hilmer. He will take the three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Rebound tipped around and picked up by Matthew Klosterman. Matthew running the one for the Wildcats. Spin move inside, picks it up. Bounce pass over to Price, right corner. Now right wing to Benton. Top of the key to Rickles, standing at the Lynx logo at midcourt, guarded by Collum. Over to Aiden Klosterman on the left wing, attacking Hilmer. Now spins around over to Price. Now Rickles left wing. Top of the key to Matthew Klosterman, poked by Van Orny, but Klosterman retains possession of the ball. Dribbling right off his foot, and that's going to roll into the backcourt. They're hustling down for it. Van Orny picks it up, pass inside to Collum. His layup's going to be no good, but he's fouled. So Tate Collum will go to the line to shoot two for the Lynx. 68-26 our score, 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Foul went against Aiden Klosterman. That's going to be his second. And team foul number 2 as Tate Collum's at the line to shoot a pair. First one on the way from Collum is no good. Max Arthur's into the game for Matthew Klosterman for the Wildcats. Ben Wheatley, Tate Hoggenberry, both in for North Linn. Collum set to attempt his second free throw. That one on the way is good. He gets 1 of 2. He's got 8 points, and now he will come out. Dylan Kurt was at the scorer's table to get him, and after the made free throw, he will do so. With Matthew Klosterman out of the game, Aiden Klosterman will run the one, crosses into the front court. 1:35 to go in the third quarter. 69-26 our score. Right wing to Benton. Now he picks up his dribble in a little bit of trouble, throws it away into the backcourt. They're hustling after it. Max Arthur's the first one to get there, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Max. Good hustle there to avoid letting North Linn get a wide open breakaway layup. Will be a turnover, but a turnover you can live with instead of just an easy basket. Van Orny throws it into Hilmer right wing. Now right back to Van Orny. He's going to think about a three, dribbling left. Over to Kurt. He'll take a three-pointer from the left corner. He knocks it down. Another one for Dylan Kurt. That's 23 for the senior. It's 72-26 with 60 seconds to play in the third quarter. Aiden Klosterman, top of the key. Over to Rickles. Rickles fakes a pass one way, goes the other way to Price. Left corner to Aiden Klosterman. Back to Price left wing, top of the key to Arthur. There's 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Benton gets another one to drop. Same spot, same result for the sophomore. Nice looking three-pointer there for Benton. He reaches double figures with 10. 72-29 is the score. Dylan Kurt's going to try another three-pointer. It's going to be no good. Takes a high bounce and goes over the backboard. Out of bounds, so the Wild of the scorer's table. He'll check back into the game, and he will replace Dayton Price. Clock continues to roll down here as we got 18 seconds and counting to go in the third quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Aiden Klosterman. 12 seconds and counting as the Wildcats are going to run a set play. Max Arthur sets a moving screen. They're going to call him for it. And that will probably bring us to the end of the quarter, as that is Max's first foul, team foul number 3. And that will indeed bring us to the end of the third quarter, as the buzzer just seemingly will not stop. Now it finally does. We played 3 quarters of basketball here from North Linn. Our score, North Linn 72, Central City 29. Well, we got a chance to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is everywhere you are with our online and mobile banking apps. You have your accounts at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Check your balances, pay bills, transfer money, and find Heartland Bank locations with just a touch. Bank on the go at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. So the Wildcats trail big here entering the fourth quarter. 72-29, Lynx on top. North Linn, of course, the third-ranked team in the state of Iowa in Class 1A, 17-1 on the year. One loss came to Edgewood Colesburg back in December. Haven't lost since then. Looks like it's going to be North Linn ball to begin our fourth quarter. The Wildcats break the huddle. They're going to start with Hanson, Klosterman, Benton, Shellhorn, and the other Klosterman. Both Matthew and Aiden out there. Lynx are going to go with Hilmer, the Hoggenberries, Kurt, and Wheatley. Same 5 out to the start of the game for North Linn. 8 minutes set on the clock. Set to get it underway here in the fourth quarter as the inbounds pass goes to Austin Hilmer, and he'll set the offense for the Lynx. Hilmer has the top of the key over to Kurt left wing. Skip pass over to Hilmer on the right wing. Thought about a 3, now he's going to go baseline. Pull up mid-range jumper on the way is good for Austin Hilmer. Tough shot there on the inside. He's got 14. Matthew Klosterman has it on the right wing. Skip pass over left wing to Aiden. Thinks about a 3, now look to attack. Into Shellhorn in the corner. Matthew Klosterman, Aiden Klosterman in the left corner. Fake the 3, got a man in the air. Now he's going to go downhill, puts it up. It's no good, but he is fouled. So Aiden Klosterman will get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2 at the charity stripe. Foul is going to go against Tate Hoggenberry. That is his third. Team foul number 1 against the Lynx. They did not get it whistled for a foul that entire third quarter. Only 3 against the Wildcats. Pretty foul-free half of basketball so far. First free throw is on the way and good for Aiden Klosterman. He makes his first. That's 6 on the night. He'll have a chance for one more. Aiden's second free throw is on the way, and he makes both. Gives 7 to the sophomore. It's 74-31. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Wheatley has it on the right wing. Top the key to Kurt. Fakes a pull-up 3. Now over to Hilmer. Looks like he might have had it tipped away there. Out of bounds. So the Lynx will keep possession of the basketball as it was last touched by a Wildcat. Hilmer throws it in to Wheatley. He has the top of the key. Over to Hilmer left wing. Bounce pass inside to Tate Hoggenberry. Makes a move. Goes up. It's no good. Rebounded by Cade Hoggenberry. Goes back up with it. His basket is good. Cade gets another one to go inside. He's got 17 on the night. It's 76-31. Correction, 18 on the night for Cade Hoggenberry as Klosterman goes inside, and they're going to get him for an offensive foul. Austin Hilmer took the charge there. That's going to be Aiden's third foul, team foul number 4. And that'll give the basketball to North Linn. Inbounds pass goes to Austin Hilmer. Crosses into the front court. Left wing to Kurt. Now top of the key to Wheatley. Bounce pass right wing to Hilmer. Now back to Wheatley. Over to Kurt left corner. Heavy pressure being applied by Matthew Klosterman. Wheatley has it left wing. Dribbling to his right. Over to Hilmer. He'll take a 3-pointer from the right wing. He can't get it to go. Couldn't get the friendly roll. Offensive rebound by Kurt. He'll put it back up. It's good. And a foul. Dylan Kurt gets to go inside. He's got 25 on the night. That makes it 78-31. 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Foul was against Jaden Hansen, his first, team foul number 5, as Dylan Kurt will go to the line to shoot one more for the Lynx. Free throw on the way from Kurt. That is going to be good. He makes it good in this trip to the free throw line. 26 for the senior, 79-31 our score. Matthew Klosterman has it right wing. Now over to Aiden Klosterman, guarded by Hilmer, attacking the hoop. Nice drive, puts it up, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. I'm very confused by that call, as they called Aiden for an offensive foul as he was jumping up to try to put in the basket. I have no idea what that call is about. I try not to get on the officials on that broadcast, but that was really, really, really bad. So a bad one there, but we'll just have to move with it. That's Aiden's 4th, team foul number 6. Trey McEnany, Mason Beshin checked into the game for the Lynx. Also have Gunnar Van Orny back in. Ty Fluhop is into the game for the first time for the Lynx. And Tate Collins back in as well. Top of the key to Van Orny. Now left wing once again, swing pass. Fluhop with a three-pointer from the right wing. He gets to go. Cold off the bench. Ty Fluhop was ready to go. That's 3 points for him. It's 82-31. Matthew Klosterman crosses into the front court, has the top of the key. Now over to Aiden Klosterman. He'll take a three-pointer. That's going to be no good. Rattles around and out. Beshin secures the board. Down court pass to Van Orny. He sends it inside to Fluhop. His layup is good. 5 quick points for Ty Fluhop, a 6'2 sophomore off the bench. It's 84-31. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Matthew Klosterman, top of the key. Bounce pass over to Benton on the right wing. Pull-up mid-range jumper from the free throw line is going to be no good. Rebounded by Van Orny. And he'll bring it up for the Lynx. Gives it over to Beshin across half court. He has it on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, top of the key to Van Orny. Left wing to Fluhop. He thought about another three. Now we'll give it over to Van Orny, top of the key. Beshin gives it short corner to McEnany. Dribbling inside, going up against Benton. And now they're going to get McEnany for an offensive foul. This official seems to really enjoy calling offensive fouls. I honestly didn't agree with that one either, but we'll take it. It went against the Lynx. That was against Trey McEnany, his first, team foul number 2. I got some subs here. The Klostermans and Hansen, well, actually all 5 starters will come out, as Max Arthur, Braden Rickles, Lucas Greif, and Troy Curtis will re-enter the game. Jason Rose, making his first appearance, is the 6'2 freshman. Rickles has it at the top of the key, just under 4 minutes to play. Rose has it right wing. Now back to Rickles. He'll take a three-pointer from straight on. It's going to be no good off the glass. Rebound tipped around and picked up by McEnany. Beshin across half court to Fluhop. He'll take a three-pointer from the left corner. That's no good. Rebound fought for, and they're going to have a jump ball on the inside as Van Orny and Arthur are both going for it. That will favor Central City as the possession arrow was pointing that way. Lucas Greif's going to bring it up for the Wildcats, crossing into the front court. Nice dribble drive move from Greif. Picks up his dribble, has it poked away, blocked by McEnany. McEnany picks up the board as well. Beshin brings it across half court over to Van Orny. Top of the key to Beshin. Fluhop left wing, inside high post to Collum in there. Then we're going to have a traveling violation called against Tate Collum. So the Wildcats will get it back. 84-31 is our score with 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Lucas Greif bringing it up for Central City. He gives it over to Rose in the right wing. Right corner to Curtis. Back to Rickles right wing. Wildcats working to the round. Rickles retreat dribbles. Now picks up his dribble and a little bit of pressure. Fluhop applying some heavy pressure. Bounce pass to Arthur right corner. Van Orny playing the defense there. Rose has the top of the key. Over to Greif. He stands at the top of the key. Now over to Rickles. Standing at the volleyball line. 2.5 minutes to play. Rickles attacking the hoop. Puts it up. It's going to be no good. We had a foul on the shot, so Braden Rickles going to be going to the free throw line to shoot a pair for Central City. Or correction, looks like they called that one on the floor, so they will not be shooting free throws. Foul went against Ty Fluhop, his first, team foul number 3. Dayton Price is back into the game for the Wildcats, replacing Braden Rickles, who will go out for presumably the final time. Just over 2 minutes and counting to go in the game. Price throws it into Greif, standing at the volleyball line, top of the key. Over to Arthur left wing, dribbling to his right. Spin move, goes up with a shot. It's blocked by Fluhop, rebounded by Van Orny. Down court past the Collum, takes one dribble, goes up with his right hand, and it's good. Tate Collum puts it in. That puts him in double digits with 10. We've got a timeout for subs for the Lynx. 5 new players into the game. Grant Reckheimer is in there, as is Drew Reese. Also in for the Lynx, we have Cole Griffith. Got Jake Van Etten, and the 5th and final player is Brecken Beatonbender. That clears the bench for Northland. All of their players have gotten into the game. Same can be said for Central City. Top of the key to Curtis. He'll take a three-pointer. Troy Curtis, three-pointers off the mark, rebounded by Griffith. He'll bring it up the floor for the Lynx. 90 seconds to play as they swing it over to Reese. He'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. It's no good. Rebounded by Beatenbender. Brings it back out to the perimeter. Top of the key. Now left wing to Reese. Bounce pass to Griffith at the top of the key. Now over to Beatenbender. He'll sky up for a three-pointer. He gets it to go from the right wing. As Brecken Beatenbender, a 5'9 sophomore, onto the scoring column with a minute 15 to play. Greif bringing it up for Central City. He has it at the top of the key. Gives it over to Rose, right wing. Back to Greif, right corner this time. Price, right wing. Over to Curtis. He'll turn, square up. Gives it over to Arthur. Now Greif, top of the key. Under a minute to go in the game. 52 seconds and counting. Pass left corner to Arthur. Looking around, dribbles to his right. Gives it over to Curtis. He'll take a three-pointer from the left wing. He can't get that one to go. Good look, but it wouldn't fall. Reese pulls down the rebound. 40 seconds to play. Lynx have it over to Beatenbender. Now short corner to Van Etten. Three-pointer straight on the way is going to be no good from Griffith. Rebounded by Reese. Back to Griffith. He'll take, or no, he fakes another three. Now back to Beatenbender. Skip over to Reese. He'll take a three-pointer from the right wing. He can't get that one to go. High off the rim there as Lucas Greif pulls down the rebound. 15 seconds to go in the game as Greif crosses into the front court. Right wing to Rose. Now top of the key over to Arthur. We'll see if he just holds it out or if they try to score another basket here with 8 seconds to go. Corner to Curtis. He's going to take a three-pointer from the left corner. He can't get it to go as it'll touch the top of the backboard. The final second's going to roll off the clock. And that is going to do it for our Varsity Boys contest. Our final score, North Linn 89, Central City 31. The Wildcats lose to the third-ranked team in Class 1A in the state of Iowa. 89-31 is the final score here from Troy Mills. With that victory, the Lynx improve their record to 18-1. They're also now 12-1 in the Tri-Rivers West. Central City falls to 5-16 and 3-10 in the West Side matchups. Before we sign off, I'll go ahead and take a final look at our scoring numbers for tonight. Dylan Kurt led the way for the Lynx. He had 26. Cade Hoggenberry had a nice game as well. He finished with 18. Austin Hilmer had 14 for North Linn. Ben Wheatley had 9. Tate Collum had 10. Ty Fluhop had 5 off the bench late in that fourth quarter. Brecken Beatenbender had 3. He had a three-pointer late in that fourth quarter as well. And then Gunnar Van Orny and Tate Hoggenberry both finished the game with 2 points for North Linn. For Central City, Matthew Closerman led the way with 12 points. He hit 4 three-pointers. Makai Benton had 10. Aiden Closerman finished that one with 7. And Dayton Price rounded out the Wildcats scoring with 2 for Central City. So one more time, our final score from Troy Mills, North Linn 89 and Central City 31. So as we wrap up the regular season here, we look ahead to postseason action. But first, the Wildcat boys will conclude their regular season this coming Tuesday at home against Springville. I will not be on the call for that one, but I believe there will be a broadcast, so check that out about, well, it's a boys' game. It's probably about 6:30 or so tomorrow night, or Tuesday night, rather. Getting a little ahead of myself here. And then the postseason will begin at 7 o'clock on Thursday, February 10th. The Central City Wildcat girls will be at home hosting West Central for a first-round postseason matchup. I'll be on the call for that one. Not sure my partner is going to be for that. But I will be on the call, and we will have the broadcast on Wildcat Sports on YouTube, maybe the NFHS Network. Not sure what the fee is for that, so we'll see if it's on there, but it will certainly be on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. And then the boys will get their postseason started on Monday, February 14th. They will take the 10-minute drive over to Alburnett to take on the Pirates. That one is going to be starting at 8 o'clock, give or take, because the game before that is 6:30, and they will play after the conclusion of that one. So start looking for the broadcast. That one around 7:45, Monday the 14th. For the Central City girls, that one should go live about 6:50. That's more of a hard start time because there is a set start time of 7 o'clock for that game. So look for that one about 6:50 on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page this coming Thursday, February 10th. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your final score, North Linn 89, Central City 31. The Lynx improve to 18-1 on the year. Wildcats fall to 5-16. And that is going to do it for my broadcast here tonight from Troy Mills. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's game. Appreciate all your listening all season long. Let's keep it going as we